Okay.
Hey, Aaron, I'm not going to be here next week. My son Colin will be here. I'm going to send him your number if you know if you're going to be on, if you're going to be working next week or not.
All right, we're ready. Test, test, test.
Don't forget the preview once we get on the radio.
Oh, yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. And it is Saturday morning again. It seems like it was just a week ago we were all together. And welcome to Weller Does Delmarva. This is show number 264. 264 times we've done this show, and welcome to my show. If you've never seen it, this is a weekly show. We do it live in Smith's Cafe in Seaford. We're going to be with you till 10 o'clock this morning right here on My Cozy TV. We're also on quite a few Facebook pages, so if you're watching on Facebook, every now and then, if you would just be kind enough to hit the share button, we would appreciate that. And if you want to just watch it made from scratch, we're right here inside Smith's Cafe in Seaford, Delaware, okay? So we got a lot of different guests that are going to be on. We got different advertisers that we talk about, different businesses, different organizations. I see Jim Martin has showed up. We're going to talk to him this morning. We're also going to be talking to Charles Gray about the Milford Community Parade and so on. So we got a lot of things to tell you about. First thing I want to talk about is Walls Service Center. Open today. Open at 8, open till noon. I have no idea whether they can or can't accommodate you. Katie, you can turn on the timer whenever you want. Anyway, that's what I get to do. I get to remind her. It's just the first one. So anyway, but good morning. I'll tell you that Walls Service Center is in downtown Milford, 220 Northeast Front Street to be exact, okay? We're talking about an automotive repair facility that has been there 60 years, and it's been owned by the Walls family. And Colin Walls, the gentleman that runs it now, a good friend of mine, is the third generation to run this business. So you say, well, what difference does that make? Well, here's where it matters. You ever had your car worked on somewhere and you wondered, does anybody really care? How long have they been in business? Do they stand behind what they do? Well, at Walls Service Center, you've got Colin Walls there. He's third generation. His son, Colin Walls, the second is fourth generation, and they do care. They've been in business now 60 years. They know what parts to use, and they know what parts not to use. Their prices are spot on. Their service is great. They do all types of automotive repairs, things like starting with something as simple as I need to go through inspection, and I've got a light out, a tail light or a turn signal or a brake light or whatever, or I don't know if everything's working. They'll check all that for you. You can just stop in if you need something like that. They also sell and install wiper blades, but they also do things like oil changes, tune-ups, belts, hoses, brakes, exhaust work, also front-end parts. So if you need pretty much anything done to your automobile, right down to even if you needed a motor replaced or a transmission replaced, they can help you out. So it's called Walls Service Center. They are downtown Milford. They are open 6 days a week, and their phone number is 422-8110. It's right there on the screen. You also can request an appointment. You can go to their Facebook page, Walls Service Center. So why don't you at least take a minute and like their Facebook page. They post some really interesting videos now and then where they'll be working on an automobile and they'll find something of interest and they'll make a video and share it. So if you go to Walls Service Center on Facebook, you can click on their notifications, and every time they do post something, you'll be made aware of it. But it's a local company. They do good work. Colin himself is right there on on the scene 90% of the time, and it's an owner-operated automotive repair facility that has been in business now 60 years in Milford, Delaware, doing a great job for their customers, using quality parts, treating people fair and square, good service before, during, and after the sale. It's Walls Service Center, okay? So again, go to Facebook, look up Walls Service Center, and like them there, and hit the notification section so that way if they do post a video, they posted some really interesting things. They also work on your air conditioner system on your car if you need that, and wipers, belts, hoses, little bit of everything. So any type of automotive repair. And if you have something that somebody else has tried, I find when I go to Colin and I explain, hey, my vehicle's doing this, most of the time he could tell me right up front, hey, this is what I think we're going to find. But he likes to dig in there and make sure that's exactly what it is. And I found him to really be knowledgeable. But that's where all those years and years and years of experience comes in. So if you're dealing somewhere and you're not getting the service you hoped you would get, or you're not happy and you want to try somebody new, give it a call. It's Walls Service Center. Phone number's on the screen. Or again, go to their Facebook page and you can request an appointment right there. Walls Service Center on the Facebook, or wallservicecenter.com. All right, now, in a little while, a few minutes, we actually join the radio station, Delaware 105.9. So if you're watching on TV and you have to get rolling, you can watch this show on Delaware 10. You can't watch it on the radio. You can listen to it on Delaware 105.9. So you have the option of listening to it on the radio. We're on there from 7 to 9, and we're on TV till 10, okay? So we are getting ready to join the radio audience, which will be our first time for today. And I want to say good morning to everybody on Delaware 105.9. This is Jim Weller. You're listening to my weekly show, Weller Does Delmarva, and we thank you for tuning in. So as you drive and navigate and so on, don't try to look at the screen, but we're also on Facebook and TV, so a lot of times I talk like you can see us, but don't try it with your radio. We've not been able to perfect that yet, and sometimes you might not want to even see what we look like. But anyway, it's a show called Weller Does Delmarva, and we're inside Smith's Cafe, and we do it each and every week. So I have a collage that I'm going to play. So the voice you're going to hear is Bob Bachman's voice telling you who and what's going to be on today's show. So here we go with the collage. Away. Well, the audio is not working, so I'm going to be the audio. Charles Gray is going to be here. We've got Jim Martin already here. We also are going to have Sean from First Class Heating and Air. Andrew Webb is going to be here. He's a write-in candidate running against a couple other people. So anyway, Justin Ward with Invisible Fence is going to be joining us. Rick Fowler from No Nonsense Office. And when he's on, we might take some phone calls. Well, we're going to play the collage now. So everybody ready? Here we go.
This week on Weller Does Delmarva, we welcome Charles Gray with the Milford Community Parade. We find out what's new for 2018. Sean from First Class Heating and Air swings by with some tips for prepping for changes in the weather. Justin Ward from Invisible Fence Delmarva shares the latest and greatest in protecting our pets. We are live from Smith's Cafe in Seaford. Here's your host, Jim Weller.
Okay, there we go. And I want to thank Bob Bachman for doing the voiceover. That's the voice of Bob Bachman. Listen, Weller's is open today. Normally we're not open on Saturdays, but we're going to probably open once in a while. But today's kind of a special day. It's the last day of the month. It's also the last day of the third quarter. Golly dang, the third quarter of the year is almost over. So anyway, if you've been thinking about a trailer, new, used, open, or enclosed, we are going to be open at 9 o'clock, and we are desperate. We're always desperate. We're desperate to sell you a trailer. If you've been thinking about one, man, we are fully staffed, okay? We've got 4 salespeople plus 2 people in management plus plenty of clerical help plus plenty of shop help. We can get you in and get you out and do a great job. But you do need to be prepared. Today is going to be a busy, crazy day because it's the last day of the month. We're going to open at 9. We're going to be open till 2, and we'll take good care of you, okay? So if you get there and we're not busy, it's going to be quick. If you get there and we are busy, we're going to do our best to get you in and out as best we can. But we're looking to wheel and deal a little bit, and we're looking to move some trailers today. Now, I want to thank somebody. somebody that I have recently done some business with. His name is Josh McNeil, McNeil's Paving, and I'm very, very happy with them. In other words, they have been doing some blacktop sealing for me. They come in and they fill the cracks and they trim the edges and then they seal it. And I'm very happy with them. And the only reason I'm so excited is because in my life, I've had this done probably 4 or 5 or 6 times with the various properties I own. And this is the first company that has been as neat and precise and clean and detail-oriented as I've ever seen. So I'm just really like it. But again, it's an owner-operated company. Josh McNeil is the 2nd generation to run the company, and he's got his sons working with him, which is the 3rd generation. And when you do business with these smaller, locally owned companies, and they have their children working there, and they've been around a while, you just get a higher level of service because they care. They have heart. And that makes a huge difference. So if you have some blacktop needs, whether you need some blacktop done, they also do tar and chip. Whether you have some cracks that you want to get sealed and then, get a new coating on it, they can do that. So whatever you need, their estimates are free. I found their prices to be very good. And I found their service to be priceless. So I'm very excited to deal with them because when they get done, I'm just so happy. It's just a nice looking job. So anyway, whether you need paving, whether you need your stuff sealed, whether you need something striped, whether you need some tar and chip, whatever you need, you give them a call. Now, they work in Delaware and Maryland and Virginia, Kent and Sussex County, and then parts of Maryland and Virginia. They do residential or commercial, okay? So anyway, they do paving, seal coating, repairs, tar and chip, whatever you need. Phone number, ready? 302-945-7131. 302-945-7131 is the number. Josh McNeil is his name. It's McNeil's Paving. Check him out. Give him a call. Estimates are free. You got nothing to lose. I have recommended him now for a few weeks. I know people that have called him, already had their work done, and are tickled to death. Okay? And so am I. 945-7131, McNeil's Paving. Give them a call. Now, my first guest is on. His name is Jim Martin. You've heard us talk to him time and time and time again. He's a good guy trying to get things done and help people's lives be better. And good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Jim.
Hey, how are you?
Very good.
You sporting a new hairdo?
I got a cut.
Got it cut. Well, good.
It's an updo.
It's an updo. So anyway, you're working on a project. I don't know if I would call it a tiny house project, but that's the best way I can mentally envision it, in other words.
Yeah.
But you want to give everybody a little update of what you got going on and some of what your thoughts and plans are and so on.
Yeah, I mean, right away I want to direct people to our website because that's developing each day. We're trying to make additions to it. Also, I encourage anyone that has questions to reach out to us and ask the question through the Facebook or send it through text, and then we'll answer the question. Right now we give a very detailed answer.
Right. Okay.
So there's a lot of, I mean, it's hard to do it in this venue because, the questions are detailed in nature. And
yes, absolutely.
We just have that.
But, you're trying to do the due diligence. You're trying to gather information. You're also going to need people to help you support with this. You need community support. But you're trying to get people that are homeless a place to stay, not to dwell forever, but, just a hand up is what I think you call it.
Yeah, I mean, I always go back to saying about a place to sleep, not a place to live.
Right.
And I focus because it is temporary. It's not a permanent thing. It's, it's about wellness. It's about people that are severely mentally ill that are just roaming around in our communities with nowhere to go. There's so
they're already
so
here.
many of them. They're already here.
You're not drawing them. They're already here.
Right. I mean, way back when, whenever it was 20 years ago, they decided to close the I think they called them insane asylums, the asylums.
Oh, really?
They just closed them down. One day they decided they didn't want to have the asylums anymore.
Okay.
And now we have this thing where people are just roaming around aimlessly in the streets. That's one part of the population.
Right.
And we have people that are just going through poverty, just dealing with poverty.
I mean, good people that have had some hard times come their way.
Yeah, so we're just trying to bring back it. I would like to say this is a community project. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're calling it. If you go on our website, it's called the Community Project.
But more specifically, your goal is to get people in some type of a temporary shelter with a real roof over their head for a night or two.
Yes, exactly.
And help them find gainful employment if you can. But you're just trying to give somebody a hand. This is not like a money-making thing or anything like that.
No, not at all.
This is just a service that you are passionate about providing to people that a lot of society doesn't engage with. They don't. They may know they're there, but they're not wanting to get involved or willing or know how to.
Yeah, the folks that feel invisible or are invisible in our community, people that are marginalized for whatever reasons. I mean, there's probably 20 different reasons why you're homeless.
Right.
So we'll try to figure out what it is, and then we'll focus on that. And also for 1 or 2 nights, some people might stay for that short a period of time, but other people might want to stay on because really the labor of this community project, a lot of the labor would be shared
amongst
by the
those
participants.
people. Right.
And then that's how we would bring them up through life skills and giving them real responsibilities.
So can you help us kind of understand what you're really talking about? I mean, I believe you're talking about getting a piece of land somewhere.
Yeah, and we're in the process of doing that.
You got a couple places.
We're in this quiet period where we really can't speak about details about the land, but we're in negotiations now. We're trying to figure
get a piece of land.
And you'll be the first to know. I'm going to call you on the phone when we actually make a deal.
All right. So you're working on getting a piece of land, and then you have to go through whatever's involved in because you want to do it right and legal and so on. You're either going to put sheds on it or build something on it or something like that.
Yeah, I would like to call them cabins because sheds are something that people.
So a cabin, like a campground would have.
A place to sleep, a place to lock up your items.
Yes.
A place where you can go to work and not worry about people stealing your things.
Right.
And just very basic.
And if a storm comes up, it's a lot better than sleeping in a tent.
Exactly, it's an upgrade. It's an upgrade from the tent experience because there are a lot of communities out there right now that exist that are behind Walmart, let's say, or I'm trying to make it where it's a best practice. What are other people doing around the country, and then I also want to encourage other groups to get involved if they see us making progress.
Right. It's
not about us; it's about just starting something, and then it can be replicatable, and you can always do better than what we're doing.
So, are there things like this out there, like in other parts of the country? I mean, are there things like this?
I mean, Seattle, Washington, if you Google tiny home community Seattle, Washington, I think that's the best example right now.
Okay.
And that's something that we're studying. And also another person within our state, Sue Harris.
Okay.
She was here that first morning.
Right.
We're working very closely. She's the intellect. She's been trying to get a tiny home community approved in Dover area, and she's learned a lot.
Right.
So she's at our table informing us about
and preventing you from making a mistake here or there. Just saying, hey, learn what I've learned.
Exactly, and she has a whole. I mean, she's very transparent about what she's been through. She shared all her documents with us. All the things that and she's fantastic. So
wow.
So there's a group. I mean, right behind me, there's about 300 people.
Really?
All I am is the point person, I guess.
Okay.
But I mean, I serve those 300 people behind me who really want this thing to happen.
So you've got a good team.
Exactly.
Always looking for more.
And they're so knowledgeable. Yeah. I mean, I look out in the community if you want to get involved in something that's very new, very groundbreaking.
Right, because you're trying to figure out. Then you've got all the logistics of how is all of it going to work and things like that.
Exactly, so. and I put the brain, the brain of our community. They want to Deltec right now. They want to get involved in a project as a student, just to learn. Like interns, to learn something that from the ground up.
To learn.
Yeah.
Wow. Get involved with somebody like this. I mean, you're literally going to be involved in changing somebody's life. You got 2 AA batteries on you?
Car though.
Have them in the car. No, we got them here.
And the best way is text. Text, voicemail. I kind of move away from voicemail because I just
Colin.
Voicemail is too difficult to navigate. But a text message is so sweet. It's a sweet way to communicate.
Okay.
Just very quick. And I have a record of it.
And then you can get back to it when it works for you.
Yeah. So text message to 302-858-8556. You can also Google me too. Like I'm very Googleable.
He's Googleable.
And I have a body.
He's Googleable.
Yeah, I have a body of work out there that people can check.
And you said Facebook, right?
Yes, Facebook. Helping homeless is the last part.
Because you're saying, yes, you could use donations, but that's not what this is all about. This is more about we need people with expertise on how to put something like this together. You would need people that know how to navigate through zoning or designing or engineering and things like that.
What's interesting about my background is I think God has appointed me to do this because in all those areas you just mentioned,
right,
I am experienced.
Okay.
I mean, I used to run a construction business. I used to serve on the town council where I used to
I
live.
remember you told me that.
And,
yeah.
and I was dealing with land development applications and the municipal planning code. I've touched all these areas. Plus, I've worked with the homeless community for 10 years. So, for some reason, I'm really well positioned with all the things I've learned. Yeah, and I'm basically looking to God and saying, God, I'm ready. I'm your servant. I mean, I just want to do whatever it is that you have, or I'm being led to do. So I'm very humble about it. I mean, I really am. It's not about me. It's really just about creating this community of people that care about the vulnerables.
So we can get something started.
And something started, right? Something from scratch.
We're ready.
And I have experience in doing that scratch, starting things from scratch anyway.
Right.
And I've been through so many things. So.
All right.
So that's I know it's not much of an update, but...
Well, it's still an update. In other words, I had you on last week, and I felt like I just took over with all my ideas. But at the same time, I want to make sure people know this opportunity exists. You hear about it. He talks a lot with Dan Gaffney also. And so if you have any questions for Jim, or if you want to have a cup of coffee with him, or you want to sit down and see how you can get involved and make a difference, that's what you need.
Yeah, and I'm open to constructive criticism, too.
Right. You're not looking for somebody to talk you out of it. You don't want to be talked out of it. You want people that are going to help you figure out a way to make this happen.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Thank you,
then
Jim,
I'm going to leave you, and you have a good weekend, Jim, okay?
Good, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming on. All right, so there he goes, Jim Martin. If you want to learn more, look him up. Hey, I keep talking about this property, and every week goes by, I show it to some people and talk to people and so on. It is the corner property in Lincoln, all right? It is the corner property in Lincoln. It is a right place. This is unbelievable traffic count. Just go there and park there along the road. I mean, in other words, people are coming from up Route 1 and then through Lincoln across town. Everybody coming up or down 113, going through Johnson Road into Lincoln, out of Lincoln, and on the other side of town. Everybody that's coming north from Millsboro, Dagsboro, Georgetown, Ellendale, Selbyville, Frankfort, everybody that's coming north is going to turn right and go through Lincoln to go to the new Milford Hospital. So the traffic count is big now, going to be really big after the first of the year. So anyway, if you're looking for a place, mainly a car dealer, but I have talked to a couple people about like a lawn and garden center. I think that would be good there too. So you can have a short-term lease or a long-term lease. So anyway, it's the corner property in Lincoln. If you're interested in it, give me a call at 542-9157. It's $2,000 a month, and I'd like to rent it. I do want to mention another good supporter of the show. We have a lot of good supporters of this show. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of them. I've got advertisers and supporters that have been with us for years now. We're starting our 6th year of doing this show, okay? So anyway, L&W Insurance Agency is one of them, okay? Bill Strickland owns it and operates it, and that is who I deal with, and I've dealt with him for years. And before that, a man named Dave Woods owned it, and it was L&W Insurance Agency, and they take care of all my insurance. They take care of homeowners. They take care of automobile insurance. They take care of life insurance, health insurance. They take care of liability insurance. We have these things called umbrella policies. Adequately insured, or the reason that company was cheaper than another company is because something's missing. Because you'd have to be an expert on insurance to know the differences. So I encourage people to get L&W's opinion of what you need, whether it's residential, whether it's commercial, it doesn't matter. They can handle whatever you need. Even if you're just renting an apartment and you want to learn about can help you out. So it's L&W Insurance Agency, and I'm going to 856-7828. That's 856-7828. LWinsurance.com on the web, and they'll do a good job for you. Second opinions are not going to cost you anything. So if you have insurance and you want to make sure you got the right size deductible, or would a bigger deductible lower your premium, whatever you may or may not want to know about insurance, they'll educate you. So it's 856-7828. LW Insurance, serving all of Delaware since 1932. Think about that. All right, so that's that. And when you call during normal business hours, you get a live human being. Think of that. I kind of like that. So I did mention Weller's is open today. We won't open till 9 o'clock. maybe a few minutes before. But anyway, we have got the staff to wait on you. My son Jimmy's there. We have a young lady named Devin. We also have a new man named Mike Parnell. A lot of people know him. And then we also have Bert. So we've got 4 people there eager to help you out that will go outside, whether you want to talk about a shed, a carport, a swing set, a gazebo, a dog kennel, a chicken coop, or if you want to try a kayak, they can help you out, all right? So whatever we need to do today, within reason, we want to sell you a trailer. We've got landscape trailers. We've got aluminum trailers. We've got equipment trailers. We've got trailers. I mean, and we got them. We got hundreds of them. We might have like 600 or 800 of them sitting there. I don't like to think about how many there is, but there's plenty of them there. So if you've ever thought about buying a trailer, now is a good day. We're open till 2 o'clock today. Also, you know the Weller's discount cards that we normally sell for $10? They have about 19 different businesses on there. In fact, they have 18 businesses plus Weller's. So it's a little card that's the size of a credit card. It has businesses on the front and the back, and it's good till the end of this year, and we normally sell them for $10. We have a handful of them left, and we're going to give them away, 1 per person, okay? So if you like to save money, in other words, whether it be at Fat Daddy's Barbecue or Nicola's or Weller's or Applebee's or No Nonsense Office Machines or Bethany Blues or Vanderwin's Ice Cream, all these places will give you a discount each and every time. We've even got Stargate Pizza, Papa John's Pizza, Dairy Queen in Milford and Seaford. So there's many other things. The Palace, Dry Zone is on there, okay? So anyway, if you want a Weller's discount card, they're absolutely free. They're normally $10, but we've got a few left, and if you want one, just stop into Weller's Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and say, I'd like one, and they'll give you one if we still have one, okay? So what in the world is next on the agenda? I mentioned Dry Zone on the Weller's discount card, and I want to mention Dry Zone again. Dry Zone is a great company to deal with, okay? I personally have dealt with them a few times now, and I've had different things. Like one was a house that was like 86 years old, and it needed the support, not the block foundation, but the beams underneath of it needed to be replaced. It needed to be jacked up a little bit, leveled up so the doors would shut right and the trim goes back like it should go. They did a fantastic job on that. Then I had a friend of mine, Jack Riddle, his sidewalk, as he got to the front step, it dipped down about 4 inches, which meant one part went down and one part went up. They came in with their poly-level system, and they leveled that piece of concrete without busting anything up, without tearing up the yard, and he could use it 5 minutes after they were done with it. Then I also had another house that did a crawl space encapsulation for me, and I'm just really happy with their work. So they also can remodel your basement. They can help you with moisture in your basement. They do a lot of different things. They even have an electrician. I've dealt with him on numerous occasions. His name is Tony. So they do electrical work. They do crawl space encapsulation. They can level your concrete. They can help you with many different things. They know what they're doing. Everything they do, all the parts that they used are made for that. They don't just go to a big box store, grab a shopping cart and fill it full of this and that and that and this. Everything they sell is engineered and designed for what they're using it for. So they are the cat's meow. So if you want an estimate, estimates are free. You just give them a call at 684-5034, 684-5034. It's dryzone.com on the web. You can learn a lot about them just by going to their website, dryzone.com. And on top of that, you are welcome to stop into the Dry Zone Barn on Route 16 in Ellendale, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and meet some of the folks. They have an office in there that's lifted up off the floor so you can see what they can do to a crawl space. They've created a crawl space inside the building. So anyway, and you can see some of the awards they've won. It's dryzone.com, 684-5034. Give them a call. Tell them I sent you. They'll take good care of you. Now at 7:30, in just a couple minutes, we take a break from the radio. So if you are part of our radio audience and you don't want to miss anything because we don't stop talking, okay, you can go to My Cozy TV, which is Comcast 204, Mediacom 99, and you can also watch the show at my Facebook page, Jim Weller, okay? We don't even have to be friends for that to happen, all right? So you can watch it there. If you are out of time and you want to watch the show later or another time, you can also do that by going to my Facebook page or WellerDoesDelmarva.com. We're taking a break from the radio. We're going to hear from Colin Walls, I believe, in just a minute or so. And I just want to thank you for watching the show. For those that are watching on Facebook, if you would hit the share button, I would appreciate it if you would share the show, okay? And we're going to be right here at Smith's Cafe till 10 o'clock. If you'd like to come down and watch the show in person, you can do that. We got a lot of different guests coming up today, so it's a pretty action-packed show. And we're just going to keep right on moving through things. But anyway, if you would like to come on down and have breakfast, if you have breakfast and give me a breakfast review, I can't do that. I don't have any gift cards today. I'm completely out of them, believe it or not. So anyway, I don't know about that. That'd be one more thing somebody's got to keep up with. But anyway, I'm just letting you know we're at Smith's Cafe. We'll just leave it at that, all right? And we would love to see you if you want to come on down.
And we'll still take a breakfast review, right?
We will still take a breakfast review,
right.
Yes.
Come on down, buy breakfast.
Normally, we do something if you give us a review. Today, I don't have the gift cards with me, so can't do that. All right.
Good morning.
Well, I'll give him an IOU. I never thought of that. Okay.
Now you're giving him an IOU.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So anyway,
he's writing it with invisible ink.
Invisible ink. So this is Colin Walls, everybody.
Good morning.
So he's the man behind all the controls, him and his son. So
right.
Open today, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, Wall Service Center is open today, or will be open today at 8 o'clock.
Open.
And so give us a call and see. Phone number's right there on the screen if you want to get an appointment
scheduled.
Don't
call till 8.
For next week. Don't call till 8, right? I mean, you can call now.
But they don't answer their cell.
Results are going to be diminished.
Well, they'll be different. You'll get different results at 8 o'clock than you get if you call right now.
That's right.
Okay, both would be good results, but you'll get different ones.
Right. So anyway, give us a call and let's get you on the schedule. Whether you're going to take a trip and you want the car checked over before a trip,
man.
We get a lot of those. That
just make sure it's right.
Hey, I'm going to bring it in for an oil change, but I'm going on a trip, so just give it a little special extra attention.
Right.
But we do have the checklist there, I believe.
Yes, you do.
Is it in here?
This is really nice. This comes with every oil change. You don't have to ask for it. It's something they have done for years. And they will do it for you.
Yeah, so there's quite a bit here that we actually check. I mean,
isn't there like 20 or 30 things?
I've actually not even counted. There's probably.
I'm going to count it and write it on there one of these days.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they check the
my
depth
favorite
of the
is
tread.
The seat filter.
The seat filter.
Okay. All right. For those of you that are eating too many beans.
Right, the seat filter. But what's the cabin air filter? The carbon filter in the seat.
The cabin filter it actually filters the incoming air. So when you turn your air conditioner or heat or whatever on, and you're bringing in fresh air, when you don't have that recirculate button pushed, you're bringing in fresh air, it actually filters that air. A lot of them have charcoal filters in there.
So they can get clogged up with dirt and dust.
Oh, absolutely. They do all the time. And that's probably the dirtiest filter we see is that cabin air filter. And that's all the air you're breathing is coming right through that thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so we'll find mice where they've been chewing on it and lots of different things. So anyway.
You check that for free.
We checked that,
You check the depth of the tread of a tire.
Exactly, yep. And
the air pressure in the
what
tires.
The depth is, too, and give you a copy of this.
Yep, and then you check, what was I getting ready to say? You check the air pressure in the tires.
Pressure,
right. So this is all a free service with an oil change.
Right, and not only do we set the air pressure in the tire, we don't just look at the car and say, these ought to get 32 pounds.
Right.
We actually check to see what the manufacturer recommends, and we set it to that.
Now, I had somebody the other day say to me, if they get their car worked on there and they have an extended warranty, will they have any trouble with the manufacturer or the dealer? And you said to me, no. In other words, you use the recommended oil.
Yep, we do.
That the manufacturer, you document it, all the records are there.
Exactly. Not only do we use it, we actually document on your copy of the paperwork that we used that.
Right.
So you have proof.
Whether it's synthetic or not synthetic or whatever. So if you have an extended warranty and you say, I just don't want to pay, or that going to the dealer is inconvenient, you can go to Wall Service Center and your warranty and extended warranty will still be good.
Call after 8 o'clock this morning, 422-8110, wallservicecenter.com on the web, downtown Milford, 220 Northeast Front Street.
Check them out. Been there a long time, 60 years, okay? That's a pretty darn good reputation to have been in business 60 years when you think about it. So in a second or so or a minute or so, we're going to go back on the radio, but we want to thank our TV audience, and in a little while we might take some phone calls, so be prepared for that. Walk around those chairs, Charles. He's walking right through them. Anyway, so I just want to tell you, we're inside Smith's Cafe. Smith's Cafe, you never been here? It's a family-owned and operated restaurant inside Seaford, inside the Delmarva Teen Challenge thrift store. They've got breakfast, lunch, dinner. They have a Facebook page. If you go to it and you click on your notifications, you'll see every time they do a post. But they have daily lunch, dinner, and breakfast specials. Breakfast, lunch, I had it all backwards. Anyway, breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. So if you want to have some really good food made from scratch, made the Smith family way, they've been in business now over 30, 40 years. Okay? They really have good food. So if you're tired of fast food and you want good food fast, come on in to Smith's Cafe in Seaford. If you're looking for a bargain on anything, the Delmarva Teen Challenge thrift store is a 30-some thousand square foot thrift store with everything from clothes to glassware to jewelry to furniture to exercise equipment to who knows what, because it changes every day. More stuff comes in and more stuff goes out. So that is the Delmarva Teen Challenge thrift store. All right. So in a few minutes, we're going to be joined. We're going to go back and bring our radio audience in, okay? Because right now we're kind of holding them off. All right, they're not with us, but we're going to bring them in, and we just want to let you know that we will be live on Delaware 105.9. So if you're watching on TV and you got to get up and go, you still can listen to us on the radio while you're riding, all right? Then if you say, well, I can't, I got to get to work, I got to do something, well, then you can always go back and watch this show, the different interviews that are on, some of the specials or the crazy offers that we make. You can take advantage of all that by watching the show later at wellerdoesdelmarva.com. or on my Facebook page, or on YouTube, or just about everywhere. If you need us to, maybe we'll come over to your house, have dinner with you, and have a viewing party, maybe. So anyway, we're prepping for the radio. We're going to be right back there in just a second or so, and I just want to say thank you, everybody, for watching and listening to my show, Weller Does Delmarva. This is our 264th show. That sounds like we're starting our 6th year of doing this show, and we thank you, everybody that's played a role in this. There's a lot of people that have helped make this show successful, and we thank you. Now listen to me. Today is Saturday, and every Saturday, starting about 10 o'clock in the morning, but you can go there now and browse around, is Wilson's Auction on Route 113 in Lincoln. Man, there's nothing like it, okay? They built Lincoln all around Wilson's Auction. They put a highway right in front of it. It's conveniently located right on 113 in Lincoln City, Delaware. Been in business now over 40 years. And if you're looking for something fun to do, like if you're visiting this area and you want to go to a nice auction, man, they got stuff inside, outside. They go all day, starting at 10 o'clock on Saturday and into the evening. So if you want some jewelry, or you want some glassware or antiques, or you need some furniture or appliances or tools or building supplies or who knows what, there's a lot of who knows what there. So go to their Facebook page. It's Wilson's Auction, and like their Facebook page, okay? Because last night I saw about 50-some pictures of stuff that they were going to be selling today. And it all goes, it's gone to the highest bidder, okay? So that means if you got something you want to sell and you want to turn it into cash and be done with it, Wilson's Auction is the place. Now listen to this. On the 13th, that's a couple weeks from now, on the 13th, that's a Saturday, October 13th, they have got a real estate auction. I was looking at this. Looks like it would make a great investment as a rental, because it's a house that also has an apartment. All right, and it's in the Greenwood area. So go to wilsonsauction.com and look at that property that's coming up. I have bought numerous properties off of Wilson's at auction, numerous ones, and done very well on all of them. So if you want a bargain, get it at Wilson's. And listen, there's no buyer's premium. And people say, Jim, you say that. What does that mean? Well, here's what it means. There are some auction companies that if you bid $100 or $1,000 or $10,000, you pay a premium on top of that. So you pay what you bid plus an additional charge, okay? It's called a buyer's premium. At Wilson's Auction, they don't do that. If you bid $100, you owe $100. And the end result is that gets more money to the person selling their item. Okay, so that's what Dave Wilson and his team are committed to do. Do a good job for you. Phone number 422-3454 It works best if you dial it in that order, 422-3454, wilsonsauction.com on the web, and like their Facebook page. Charles Gray has joined me, Milford Community Parade. He has been involved with this for years.
For years.
You were probably a little kid or a teenager.
Almost in diapers.
Almost in diapers,
No.
okay. Because it's your mom and dad's passion. They've been involved. I mean, like, they didn't invent this parade.
Absolutely not, right.
But they have been somebody that has been a driving force behind the scenes to make Milford look good, having a community event, and make it happen, and never give up.
Absolutely.
Is that fair to say?
That is fair to say, yes.
What's that called? Tenacity. Tenacity. I'm not sure what the word is. But so anyway, so you're involved now. You're a young man, and your mom and dad are letting you take over or be more involved or just work harder, one or the other.
Certainly.
All of those things.
All those things. That's right.
So
That's right.
Is it October 17th?
It's Wednesday evening, October 17th.
All right, and
Absolutely.
we do want to tell you, just so you know, we're going to broadcast this thing. Okay? So it should be on, for sure, a Facebook page called Live with Walls and Weller. And we are believing it's also going to be on WRDE's Facebook page. And we might even put it on a couple other Facebook pages. We don't know for sure. But it's going to be broadcast. Colin Walls and myself and Amy Brown are going to be, I don't know if the word's narrating it or commentarying it or something like that. Commandeering.
Even hosting, yes.
So, hosting, emceeing. So, anyway, it's going to be good. And what do we have, like over 10,000 views by the time it was over? So,
yes.
For the people in the parade, they'll get to see themselves.
I was going to say, this isn't your first gig for the
Right,
parade.
no.
So, yes, we were very well received last year.
Yep.
And we appreciate that. And, I know your listeners and certainly your viewers enjoyed it.
Right, they did, for sure. So, anyway, if you want to see last year's parade, look it up. I guess you can go to WRDE's Facebook page and scroll back, or the Milford Community Parade. Probably got it somewhere.
Well, we'll have it up, yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
all right. So, what do you need people to know? Is there any room for entries?
We do have room for entries.
Do you really?
Yes, we do.
All
yes,
right,
we do.
so-
we're at around 100 entries right now.
Wow.
And an entry
Well, how many does the
as
parade hold?
prescribed, an entry as prescribed by the parade committee
Oh,
is
okay.
any group,
Any
individual, any vehicle, groups of vehicle. So when we say there's around 100 entries, that could include a 200-member band. It could include a fire truck.
A car club.
A car club, absolutely. So
A Boy Scout troop.
the number 100, okay,
Does not mean
is-
100.
Exactly. It doesn't
Right.
mean
It-
100.
it could
doesn't mean
represent 500 people.
20-foot spaces. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Wow.
So we've got room for probably another 30 to 40 entries if need be. 100 is a very
a good number.
comfortable,
Right.
very, very comfortable, manageable.
Is this an
group.
hour long?
It's about that.
Okay.
Yes, yes. It
Right.
could be an hour and 15, hour and 20. Again, depending on the size of the
every
entries
entry.
that come in.
Okay.
So one thing to look forward to is we have approximately 12 marching bands that are scheduled to appear.
Oh, wow.
And if you take a look at a band such as Dover High School or Dover Middle School, okay, they have 200 members.
Do they really?
They do. They do. And,
All right.
and they have been a great supporter of the parade. Actually, in 1985 is when the family became involved. The Milford JCs was currently involved as the coordinating organization.
Okay.
And the family became involved.
You mean your family?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you're
through my
talking
father.
33 years ago now.
Yes. Yes. We've been.
Wow.
We've been at the
So the
helm.
JCs were coordinating everything.
At that time, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
All
and
right.
the mayor at that time, Mayor Ronnie Rogers, had
Okay.
approached my father, asked him to be a part of the committee, and then we took over so that
Okay.
it was a non-biased, non-partisan.
Okay,
effort.
not an organization running it.
Right.
Just
So
people.
we actually
Okay.
incorporated the committee.
Okay.
In order to take care of all the issues and logistics and things like
Okay.
that. So
Okay.
over the years, we've had several changes in chairmanship of the parade, but the corporation has always
Stayed the
been the
same.
same. Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. So we take entries. We take entries until usually a week and a half before the parade itself.
So a little time.
This year is going to be October 8th.
Okay.
And you know, I'm sitting here with you, Jim, and I see all the electronics around you.
Right.
Okay. And we're no different.
I don't know how to work them, but they're here.
we can be found online.
Oh,
okay?
really?
Yes. And we have done a lot of streamlining with the parade. So you can go to www.milfordparade.com, and you can not only sign up online directly, where we get it jet fast. Just as soon as you sign up, we see it.
Really?
Okay. Or if you're kind of more traditional,
you want to mail it in.
You want to mail it in, then we've got the online form there that you can just print it out and mail it in, and we still get those. So minimal now.
Okay.
But it's amazing to see the transformation, what electronics and technology have done
would agree.
for us. We are always looking for new ways to go ahead and promote the parade.
Okay.
Also to present the parade, and in speaking with you and Colin, we were able to come up with a plan to do that, and it was met with great success.
Well, good. So tell me this: do you still allow people to make a financial donation to the parade to help cover trophies and prizes and things like that?
Absolutely.
Or is that a closed club? No more donations.
Well, what we say is that October 1st, which is actually right around the corner, is our cutoff time for sponsors to come on board and to guarantee that they're going to get the recognition to the parade.
So you can make a donation to this parade.
Yes, and we actually do a presentation through the electric billing for the city of Milford for our local fans. Where one of their electric bill months, we actually include a flyer, and we ask for a contribution, and then they can, as a resident or electric buyer, can actually put their contribution in with their electric bill. Okay, and we've met that with great success also.
Good.
And
this is quite a benefit.
Yes,
to Milford. I mean, this is a nice, quality, family-friendly, procedure. This parade is pretty cool.
For someone that hasn't attended the parade before, if they have an opportunity to participate as an entry, usually they're in awe over the amount of spectators that
and
are
the publicity. Like if you're a business, All right, I got to wrap it up. Is there anything else you want to say? Is there a Facebook page?
Facebook page is at Milford Parade. We have a paint night coming up next Saturday.
Yes. Is there still time or room to get in?
Today is the day. You got to get advance tickets. And
so
again,
it's a paint night.
It's a paint night. Okay. And we've got a great autumn scene that we're going to be painting. And you can actually see the painting on Facebook at Milford Parade. You can purchase the tickets through Facebook, or you can go to our Eventbrite site.
And where's the paint night at?
It's going to be at the Milford Moose Lodge in Milford. $30, but got to get the tickets today, because after today, we want to make sure you have enough brushes and enough paint and supplies. So, but we're looking for a great time.
All right. Anything else?
Thank you very much, and congratulations on the 6 years.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
Something.
We were just kids when we started. All right. All right, thanks, Charles.
Thank you
very much. Take care of yourself.
All
right, there he goes, everybody. Charles Gray, Milford Parade. Look it up on Facebook. Make plans to be there. We have a good time. We did it last year. We broadcasted it, and we're going to do it again this year, and it's just kind of cool. You heard me say earlier that Weller's is open today, and we will be open at 9 o'clock. And yes, we're wheeling and dealing. It's the last daggone day of the month, and it's the last daggone day of the third quarter. So by golly, let's sell 25 or 30 trailers if we can. We are staffed up. We are ready. Everybody's excited. And we've had a really good week. So if you were one of the people that bought a trailer this week, we really, really, really appreciate your support, okay? When you buy a trailer at Weller's, you're going to be waited on in a very pleasant, positive way. Then we go get the trailer. We check the lights and make sure everything works. And we torque the lug nuts and check the air in the tires and make sure you know how the coupler works and so on and so forth. And the reason we do all that is because even though they're brand new trailers, we still want to make sure, for sure, everything works. Now, you're not going to get that everywhere else, but at Weller's, we go that extra mile. We care. We try. Everything matters. There's no detail that we don't pay attention to, all right? Everybody's friendly. Everybody's upbeat. When you go in there, you're going to feel it in the air. It's a very upbeat, positive, energized environment, and we appreciate your support. That's Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville. Now listen, let me tell you about another energized individual, Jerry Santoro. Jerry's Lawn Care. You hear me talk about him week after week after week. It's the time of year you might not be needing any more grass cut, but you might be thinking about, I need some firewood, or I've got an irrigation system and I want to get it winterized so it doesn't freeze or bust or anything like that, or I've got a tree that's just leaning a little bit and I want to just get that thing trimmed up, or nope, I just want to get it done and going and I want the stump dug up or ground up. Or maybe you're getting ready to build an addition or a garage or a new home and you need a foundation dug or something like that. He digs basements. He has an excavator. He also now has a bucket truck. So if you need something done that requires a bucket truck, he has a bucket truck for rent. Okay, so it's Jerry's Lawn Care, and he also sells mulch. So there's not a much that he doesn't do. His estimates are free, and all you've got to do is give him a phone call and say, hey, listen, do you do this? Would you come look at it? Give me an estimate. I'm telling you, the man is honest. He's fair. He'll do a good job. He'll do what he says he's going to do, and his phone number is 363-6025, 363-6025. JLC-LLC.com on the web. So anyway, we're here in Smith's Cafe. Got a lot of things going on. We want to say thank you to all the people that have tuned us in, that are watching the show, that are listening to the show. If you're watching it on Facebook, do me a favor and hit the share button, okay? Don't forget, in Lincoln City, I got this corner property. If you have always wanted to open a business and you wanted to make sure you had plenty of traffic, man, I got the location and the traffic is there. All you need is the desire to open a business, sign a lease, have the money, and run your business. So anyway, I can give you the traffic. Hey, I think he's coming here later on today. I'm not sure. Our good friend Kevin Short, owner, operator of Mid-South Audio. Mid-South Audio, they supply all kinds of things that we use here, from anything from microphones to speakers to amplifiers to our touch mix sound system and all the different things. So if you're having an event, if you have a building that needs a sound system or upgrade to a sound system or more things, and you're looking online and you don't want to mess with that, you want service, I find Kevin's prices to be the same, if not better, than online pricing. But what you're going to get with Kevin is a human being that speaks a language you understand and can help you before the sale, during the sale, and after the sale. So MidSouthAudio.com, go to their website and you'll see all the things they offer: audio, visual, lighting, sound, whatever you need. Anyway, give them a call, 856-6993, 856-6993. If you dial it in that order, you will reach MidSouthAudio.com. Okay? So with that said, I'm here. We are inside Smith's Cafe in Seaford, Delaware, and people say, what in the world is Smith's Cafe? Man, it's a great place to eat, okay? They have breakfast, they have lunch, they have dinner, they have specials, they have a great Facebook page. They're always posting pictures of food, and they're posting their daily specials, so check them out. Go to Smith's Cafe on the Facebook. Now, if you're watching on my Facebook page, would you please hit the share button? And if you're talking to anybody, you're actually talking to Katie. Katie is the one monitoring our Facebook page today. And I also want to just remind you that we are going to be with you on the Facebook until 10 o'clock this morning. We're at Smith's Cafe in Seaford. We'll be here till 10 o'clock this morning. And we're on the radio, Delaware 105.9, till 9 o'clock this morning. So, and then after 9, well, let me tell you who all's coming on. I got more people coming. So in a little while, just a little while, we're going to be talking to a young lady named Terry Collins. She is organizing a big effort to take some supplies down south and help some of the people that are still without water and electric and so on. Also, we've got Andrew Webb, who is a write-in candidate. He is going to teach you about write-in candidates and how to make things happen. Also, we've got Sean from First Class Heating and Air coming in. Then we've got Justin Ward from the Invisible Fence Company. And then we've also got Rick Fowler Fowler from No Nonsense Office Machines, and he'll be about 9:30. And if you've got questions about your computer or your laptop or your tablet, or why does this do this when I push this button, we may take some phone calls when Rick Fowler is on. So anyway, I just want to say good morning. It looks like we have a few people watching on Facebook, and we thank you for that. And if you want to come down to Smith's Cafe and have breakfast and do a breakfast review with me, I have no gifts for you today, but I'll owe you one. I'll buy your breakfast if you give me a breakfast review. You'll just have to come back another day to pick up your gift. Speaking of a gift, the Weller's discount cards, we normally sell them for $10. We do just have a few left, but if you'd like one per person, we'll give you one for free. And there's just discounts on it. There's 19 different discounts on this card. I use it time and time again. In a year's time, I bet I saved I know last year I saved over $300 by using it. Okay, I use it at Ducky and Car Wash all the time. I'm a big fan of Dairy Queen and Vanderwin's, and there's a discount at both of those places there. And then I like pizza, so there's plenty of pizza places on there. There's also the Palace in Milford and so on. So there's just a lot of different restaurants represented, and we would like to give you one of these cards, and you can have it for free. Just stop into Weller's and say, I would like one, please. We won't deliver them, and we won't mail them. It's a ploy. We're trying to get you to come into Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville. So anyway, we're a very busy place. I can't hear you, Katie. Go ahead. Oh, okay. She's saying don't give away all the secrets. So anyway, I'm just letting you know that we're trying to get you in the store is what we're trying to do. Once you get there, you're going to say, man, this is a friendly, energetic group of people. You're going to feel it. The exuberance is unbelievable there at Weller's in Bridgeville. So I want to invite you in. I'll actually be there today myself from about probably 11 to 2. Okay, and if you want to say hi, feel free to stop in and say hi, and I'll have a word with you. But Weller's is a busy place, but I do want to say something. When you get there, you are going to notice that everybody is a hustler and everybody is energized, and you're going to notice it's different. It's different because people care, and that's what we're saying. You can buy anything I sell somewhere else, but what you can't get is the type of employees that we have. Like I say, they go the extra mile. They're going to give you a smile. They're going to say thank you, and you're going to feel it. So I'm just letting you know it's there. And if you need a deal on a trailer, by golly, today we need to sell some trailers, okay? It's that simple. So check us out on the web. It's Wellers.com. Like us on Facebook if you would. Phone number's 337-8228, 337-8228, and we will take good care of you. Now, you are watching and listening to our show. I want to say one more thing about I think later on today, we are going to maybe do some giveaways. Right now, I forgot everything today. I normally have a whole handful of things to give away, but I want to take a phone call real quick. 422-7336. I just want somebody to call and say good morning, if you would, okay? So I got no gifts for you, but I'm just looking for somebody to call on the phone at 422-7336. Tell me, where in the world are you watching or listening? And how are you doing today, okay? Now, at 8 o'clock, we do need to let you know we're going to take a break from the radio. Going to take a break from the radio at 8 o'clock, but we don't take a break from TV. So you say, well, where is My Cozy TV? It is Comcast 204, and it is Mediacom 99, okay? So anyway, also, you can watch on Jim Weller's Facebook page. We don't even have to be friends. If you don't want to watch there, you can go to Weller Does Delmarva's Facebook page and watch right there. So if you want to give us a call, you want to say good morning, please be the first person to get through today and say good morning to us, okay? We are here. We're tired. We got up early. I'm not tired. I'm getting rolling because today is going to be the biggest day of the month for Weller's in Bridgeville. We're going to sell 4 or 5 sheds. We're going to sell 10 or 15 trailers. We're going to sell a half a dozen kayaks. We're going to sell a couple generators, and we're going to give away some free smiles. So we are going to have an unbelievably busy day at Weller's in Bridgeville today, and you are going to be the winner because we're going to sell some stuff, we're going to give you good deals, and we're going to send you down the highway and say thank you very much for your support, okay? Mark Johnson is watching, so good morning to you, Mark Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful day, and hopefully we can talk soon. soon. I have some news and information for Mark Johnson. Mark Johnson, man, does a great job for me on handyman type stuff and projects. I just can't say enough about him, but I will say it when I do his segment because I don't want to get it all butchered up. So we're here at Smith's Cafe. We're here with you until 10 o'clock this morning. Now, the Delmarva Teen Challenge thrift store is over here, okay? It's over there. And it does not open until 9 o'clock, all right? But the restaurant opens at 6. There are people here in the booths, in the tables. They're eating. People have come. People have gone. And the food is great. The wait staff is ready for you. If you're in a hurry and you just want to get some takeouts, you can order and get a takeout if you want. If you want some ice cream, they serve the frozen farmer ice cream. And kids eat free on Saturday up till noon, okay? Kids eat free. One child eats free with one paying adult until noon on Saturday. And if you want to know what their daily specials are, every day they have something like that, okay? I ate here the other day. It must have been a Monday because my grandkids ate free from 3 until close on Monday. It's 10% off for teachers, so I didn't get the 10% off because I'm not a teacher. But my grandkids did eat free, and I didn't even know it. That was just a pleasant surprise of eating here. But the food is always great, made from scratch, long-term family recipes. It's Smith's Cafe. It's a full-blown restaurant inside the Delmarva Teen Challenge thrift store. Once you come in here, you're going to say, wow, this is really nice. In other words, it's a really nice, clean, well-lit, great wait staff, good food, Smith's Cafe in Seaford, Delaware. And they have takeouts, they have cakes, they have pies. If you need anything, they can help you out, okay? So it's Smith's Cafe. Go to their Facebook page, Smith's Cafe, and like it, and that way you'll know what's going on. We're taking a break from the radio, just a short break. We're going to continue right on My Cozy TV and Jim Weller's Facebook page. So here we go, everybody. So we're with you still on TV, and I want to tell you, I haven't got my first phone call yet. So it's like your first cup of coffee. I want to get my first phone call. We're going to talk to Colin Walls about Walls Service Center in Milford. They are open today, and actually they're going to be open at 8 o'clock. But I also want to remind you that we would like to hear from you. So we're going to do Colin's segment, and then after that, if you want to call and say hello, feel free to do. Feel free to do so.
You all up.
Oh my gosh, it was terrible. So anyway, I've seen a lot of people come and go this morning. It's been kind of busy, so we appreciate that. But Colin, Walls Service Center is open today. We have no idea how busy you are or aren't.
No, but give us a call, and see if we can get you in. There might be some opening left at for today, but I'm not sure if there is or not. But definitely next week, Monday, Tuesday.
Okay.
Give us a call. Get in there. Let's get you on the schedule. And if you have a breakdown over the weekend, or if it's just convenient for you over the weekend, bring your car by, drop it off, put the keys right through the front door. There's a slot right there. You can drop your keys right there, and we'll get it checked out. Just leave us a note or give us a call. Right, phone number. Give us a call to let us know what's going on with it, what the problem is, how to get in touch with you. That's always a good thing.
Yes, it is.
We have had people drop their car off and we don't have a phone number to get in touch with them. So that is a good idea.
It's a kind of important element.
Right.
Is a phone number.
We can get their address off the registration.
But we still need a phone number.
But it takes a little while to correspond back and forth with that.
Right.
So anyway, phone numbers are best. You want to give us a call after 8 o'clock this morning. It's 422-8110. You can always go to.
Now. We're good.
Is it after 8 o'clock, though?
It's 8:01 according to that one, but
all right, you can
give a couple
now.
minutes to be sure.
Right.
Let the phone lines warm up.
Right. I know Tracy's there. I've already gotten texts asking questions.
Oh, okay.
She had to leave early yesterday.
Oh, really?
Half hour early.
Oh, and you screwed everything up.
In a half hour. I messed the entire day up in a half hour somehow.
Like, what are these notes here, and do they really mean anything or not?
Right.
All right.
Did this person pay? Yes, they paid. I just didn't mark them as they paid.
Right. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Colin.
We're trying to collect twice.
Right. So and you don't want her to call the customer and say anything because they've already paid.
That's right. Right. So
all right.
Anyway, she is there. So if you want to give us a call, 422-8110, right there on the screen.
Right there on the screen.
That number.
And just tell her good morning.
Servicecenter.com. WallServiceCenter.com. All our information is right there, too. Phone number, address.
And you can make an appointment.
You can make an appointment there if you want to.
Right. So that's kind of nice because you can do that 24/7.
24/7, that's right. And, it'll ask you what your preferred time is. And if you don't hear back from us, then we have accepted that time.
Okay. Your time has been accepted.
Or I didn't get the email.
Or he didn't get the email.
We'll deal with it when you get there.
It's always best to just double check with a phone call.
A lot of times it is, yeah.
Okay. But
anyway,
either way,
we work it out. No
right.
problem.
They make things happen.
Right. So here we go. We talked about this earlier. The check over that we're going to do on your car, just with an oil change, just a
but it's no extra charge,
no
folks.
extra charge.
And you do it on every oil change. You don't have to ask for it. You just do it.
Right. And, it comes with every oil change. We don't have different levels of oil change. I mean, there are different levels of oil that your car requires.
And one takes 5 quarts and
but
one takes 6.
We don't have the $9.99 oil change.
Right.
There's a certain standard that we
There's
do
no
every
such
oil
thing as a
change to.
$9.99.
Exactly. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah,
that would scare me. I would be a nervous wreck. Oil changes are not something you want to shop for by price.
I agree with that. I mean,
because there's cheaper oil, there's cheaper oil filters, but oil is the life of your engine.
It is. It's probably the single most important thing to do, besides putting gas in your car to keep it going.
Right. But the one thing you absolutely don't want to buy the cheapest of is an oil filter or oil.
Right. I agree.
You will pay for it later.
Yep.
The $2 or $3 it saves you. So oil changes, I don't even know if people shop prices on oil changes, but it is like there's some things you could shop the price on, like tires or something. But
I don't want to make it sound like ours are out of this world and reasonable.
No, but you shook me up at that $9.99 oil change.
$32, $34, and $38, I think is what they are, until you get into the synthetics. Full synthetics, of course, are more.
Right.
But,
so you're very competitive, but you get this little checklist at the same time. Well, there's one more thing you give, though.
That's right. Free roadside assistance.
So take a $30 or $40 oil change.
Right.
You get that check over.
Yep.
Because some dealerships would charge that much just for the check over.
Yeah.
Or more.
Or more.
And then you're giving them the roadside assistance program for free.
Yep, we sure are.
So, all right. Wall Service Center, give Tracy a call right now because she likes phone calls during the show. 422-8110. All right, we good?
Yep, we're good.
All right, thanks, Colin. All right, everybody, so we're here. We're inside Smith's Cafe. People are coming and going and so on and so forth. And we have a lot of things to talk to you about. And we want to let you know that if you are watching on Facebook, we'd appreciate it if you hit the share button. Hit the share button. Now, in a minute or so, we're going to join our radio audience again. And we just want to thank everybody for tuning in. We've had a lot of people in the restaurant already this morning coming in, had breakfast. They're already on their way. Smith's Cafe is where we're at. It is a full-blown restaurant. The food is great. We like people to support Smith's Cafe because they're supporting this show. All right, we are going to prep for being on the radio. I've got to take a break for just a second, and we're going to go right back to our Delaware 1059 audience, who is right here waiting on us. So good morning to everybody, whether you're listening on the radio, whether you're watching on TV, whether you're watching on the Facebook. We just want to tell you we are here in We're in Smith's Cafe in Seaford, Delaware. Now listen, I want to talk about my accountant, George Luff & Associates. People say, man, I have never met a guy so excited about his accountant, his insurance man. If I could get my lawyer on here, I'd brag about him. I'm just telling you, I deal with a lot of people in a week, okay? A lot of people in a week. If you were to look at my phone, you would say, how does a man make 50, 80 phone calls a day? I try to make them as quick as I can, and I'm known for being long-winded. But with that said, I'm telling you, I got a great accountant. His name is George Luff & Associates, 3 locations, Milford, Dover, and Rehoboth. Milford, Dover, and Rehoboth, okay? He's been in business a long time. Not that he's an old man, but he's been in business like 30 years. And I've dealt with him probably almost 30 years. So George Luff does my personal stuff. He does my properties. He does my business stuff. I keep him on his toes, and he keeps me straight. So if you need an accountant, George Luff can help you personal or residential. But I want to tell you a couple more things. He also can help you with payroll. He has a service called Easy Payroll, and it's easy peasy. So if you run a business and you're like, man, every time I turn around, there's a change, there's some new chart, I'm just sick of it. I just want to run my business, and I want somebody else to worry about my payroll. That is George Luff & Associates, okay? So I'm going to give you a phone number. So whether you want to talk to him in Dover or Milford or Rehoboth, I'm going to give you one phone number. It's 422-9699. 422-9699. LuffCPAs.com on the web. George Luff does a great job, okay? So anyway, check him out and tell him I sent you if you would. Now, our next guest is on, and I just met her recently. I think I've been a Facebook friend for a little while. But her name is Terry Collins, and you're going to enjoy listening to her because she is on a warpath to help and bless some people in need. So, Terry, how you doing today?
Good.
Everything good?
Yes.
Did you make it down here okay?
Yes.
All right. Well, don't look so nervous. You're making me nervous. Okay? Scoot up to the mic just a little bit if you would. You and I are both rather vertically challenged to some degree. So, you and I we just really met on Wednesday night on our other show, Walls and Weller. And we've got you here today because you are trying to help some people.
Yes.
All right. So why don't you just take a minute and tell us what you got going on?
So we are filling a 53-foot trailer.
Tractor trailer.
Yes. With actually, can I just add this real quick? It
Yep.
might be a 48-foot tractor trailer because
All right.
last night I found out somebody might be donating a trailer
Really?
for us to use instead of us
renting
having
one.
to rent
Excellent.
one. So it'll be
it's a tractor trailer.
It's a tractor trailer. So
48 foot, 53 foot, who knows?
Yes, with
Okay.
pallets of water.
Okay.
And hygiene packages.
All right.
So when we talked on Wednesday, our goal was to get 6 pallets of water.
Okay. How
So
we doing?
We have it.
We have 6
So we have
pallets of
6
water.
pallets of water.
Can-
But we won't turn water away.
So what-
So we'll put
The
10
water is a
yeah.
pallet of water.
So what's happening is we've made arrangements with Walmart
In Camden.
in Camden on
Okay.
a certain day for people to come in and pay for the pallet of water, and
Yep.
then they will load it on our trailer. And it's looking like that day is going to be October 8th.
Okay.
Because remember, we set a cutoff date for October 7th to collect donations.
Right.
But they can come in sooner than that because we want to put the packages together
Okay.
if they're not done.
Because we're not talking about just pallets of water.
Yes, but so with that, people are coming in and they're paying, and then Camden Walmart is
Setting it aside.
yes. So guess
Okay.
what they did for us?
What's that?
So we said the pallet of water was $150.
Correct.
And then I started studying, and I'm like, some pallets have 60, some have 72, but there was some misconfusion there.
About
So
how
anyway-
many cases?
Right. So there was
Okay.
actually 60 cases, which made it more than 150. So
Okay.
they're creating a pallet for us that
A
costs
special
100.
pallet.
Yeah, just
The
for this
Delaware
trip.
pallet. The
Camden
Delaware
Walmart,
pallet.
They're awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
So isn't that cool?
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is if somebody out there, business or individual, wants to donate a pallet of water, it's only $150.
Yes.
They go to Camden Walmart, they swipe their credit card, can't do it over the phone, can't do it online, got to do it in person.
Yes, and so
Okay,
actually I had
that's-
someone. I almost had 7 pallets, but this person's out of town for like 4
understand.
days, and it so
Wouldn't
but
work. That's
yeah,
fine.
You have to be there in person.
Had to be there in person,
yeah.
and then they're going to set it aside, and then you're sending a tractor trailer there to get these cases and pallets of water.
Yes, and so we're
Okay.
actually going to have feet on the ground,
Right.
where we go there and we hand people who right now don't have any.
Well,
you know,
where's
they
this
can't-
going?
They can't take showers. It's going to be delivered to Charlotte, North Carolina,
Okay.
which is going to be
they're right now out of water, out of electricity.
Well, they're about an hour away from where
Oh,
people
okay,
are. So
okay.
we know we can get to them.
Okay, because
And
you
then-
might not be able to get to the exact with
right,
the tractor trailer.
but we know we
Okay.
can get to them, and then they have people on the ground ready to receive it, and then they'll take it, you know, in pickup trucks because a tractor trailer can't go there, but a
Right.
pickup truck can, and then
Because
they'll.
they're going to take it right
To the
people,
Yes.
right in their hand.
Yes.
Okay, so you have connected with a group of people in where again?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, North Carolina. So what you're doing here is in Dover, Delaware,
Yes.
Camden area. You're trying to load a tractor trailer load of water, number one, and supplies, number two.
A hygiene package with a lot of-
Hygiene pack. Now, is that a 1 pound Ziploc bag?
Yes, this is a 1 pound Ziploc bag.
All right. And
this is
so
what it
how much
looks like.
stuff's in there? What's in there? Name some of the things.
So what's in here is a pack of baby wipes, which is really important because they can't take showers.
Right.
So if you can't take showers, baby wipes, deodorant, and hand sanitizer is really good right now.
I agree. Right. So, that,
So-
but people have picked this stuff. But what else you got in there?
So we have baby wipes. What's on the list is baby wipes, hand sanitizer, shampoo, conditioner, soap, washcloth, toothpaste, toothbrush, and deodorant.
Okay.
And then somebody else already made this package. So people are making packages and they're putting them in the drop-off locations.
Right. Because you're not looking for a cash donation. You're looking
Correct.
for people to go put one of these packages together and bring it to you.
Yes, and so it's cool because we have like a school. So the schools are not a drop-off location.
Okay.
But like Calvary Assembly of CCA, Calvary
Right.
Christian Academy, is giving their kids an opportunity. They have uniforms, and the kids like to wear hoodies. So
Okay.
if they bring one of these in, they get a ticket to wear a hoodie.
For the day.
They can give it to the teacher. So I thought that was a really cool idea. So I love the ideas that people
are coming up with.
Yes.
But you found a real good support. People are really supporting this.
Yes.
So how do people learn more about this?
We have a page called Mission Minded Acts of Service.
So that's on Facebook.
Yes.
So we need people to go to Facebook and click on Mission Minded Acts of Service and like that page.
Yes.
Okay.
That would be good.
And then if you want to get involved or if you have questions,
yes,
everything they need to know.
Yeah. And we have 2 really good new drop-off locations now.
Okay.
Calvary Assembly of God on Route 10, and then the Dollar Tree in Camden. So let me tell you what the Dollar Tree in Camden is letting us do.
Okay.
So they're letting us stand there as long as we can get volunteers. She said you can stand here and collect for donations all the way up until October 7th.
Right in front of the store.
Yes. So last night, so we're not really set up to do that, but last night I actually have a video that I did on my page. I had to try to do it 4 times because it was just really emotional. So last night, I thought, I'm not doing anything, so I just went out there by myself and started collecting donations and talking with people. And it really blessed my heart because it's the dollar store. So you're thinking, oh, it's $1. People will come with $10 and $20, and give me $10 and $20 worth of stuff. But that's not what happened. What happened was you had people giving 1 to 3 items, and they felt bad that they could only give 1 to 3 items. And I thought, no, this is an example of no donation is too small. And it reminded me of the scripture in the Bible where Jesus talked about the woman who gave out of her poverty, and she gave a lot. Because she gave when she couldn't give. And that's what I saw last night. I saw people who couldn't, people would say, no, I really can't give. And then they'd go back into the store and get an item and bring it back out. And it was very emotional. It was just, it just blessed my heart to see people in the community here, even if they're struggling right now, they realize that this is a real need.
Wow. Well, I want to say thank you for all that you're doing. You're doing a good job, and I appreciate it. Is there anything else anybody needs to know? We're on overtime now.
Okay, so if they want to call me directly, anybody can call me directly for information also.
What's your number?
302-632-7133.
Okay, 632-7133.
Yes.
We good?
302-632-7133.
Whether you want to, learn more about it, I'm sure you need people to go stand in front of Dollar Tree.
We need a lot of volunteers.
Need a lot of volunteers.
Yes.
And they all get paid the same?
Nothing, right.
Okay, so they all get paid the same.
Actually, what they get is, it was just an awesome feeling last night watching the community come together.
Right.
Yeah.
This is not something that's going to cost you $10, $20, or $50 to be involved in. You can donate your time, or you can go get a little bag together, and it costs you $8 or $10, something like that.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, see you later. All right, there she goes. Give her a call. Check it out. Get involved. This is your chance. And she's really doing a great thing. I mean, when you really think about it, I think she's going to come back next week, and we're going to talk to her just a little bit more and go from there. And I think Katie's asking her to give us a review of how we did. So anyway, that's that. But listen to me. Peninsula Chiropractic Center, Dr. T, Dr. Trillia, Dr. Bud, they do a great job. If you are looking for a chiropractor, they are looking for you. If you said, man, I've never been to a chiropractor in my life, I'm a nervous wreck, I don't know what to expect, let me tell you, I go all the time. I go if my back or neck is bothering me. I go if my left leg is going numb. I go if my wrist is hurting. Whatever I got wrong, short of bleeding, I go to Dr. T and Dr. Bud and see if they can help me out. I like dealing with them. They also do massages there. They have massage therapy. It's like a wellness center. And they accept most insurances. And if you have a question about what your insurance might or might not cover, you can give a call to 629-4344, 629-4344, PeninsulaChiroCenter.com on the web. And I just want to make sure that you give them a call. Okay, 629-4344, Peninsula Chiro Center. And then, of course, they have a Facebook page. So like them on Facebook. And I always throw out this offer. Had some people take advantage of it. If you don't know if chiropractic care will help you or not, and you're just nervous and you don't want to waste any time or money, they will offer you a free consultation with either Dr. T or Dr. Bud. Just mention Jim Weller or Weller Does Delmarva. Give them a call at 629-4344, and they will set you up an appointment. They will sit down with you and determine if chiropractic care will help you. Okay? No copay, no deductible, no nothing. Just a free consultation. 629-4344. Now listen. We are really rolling through things here. I did mention that Weller's Utility Trailers is going to be open at 9 o'clock. And I just want to tell you, it's going to be a shopping experience like no other. Okay? Attention to detail, good positive people, great prices, great selection, been in business 44 years, and something, you'll enjoy. But today is the last day of the month, and it's the last day of the first quarter, and you got to understand we are out to sell some trailers today. The goal is 25 trailers. Now, we've sold 15 and 20 before in a day, but we've never sold 25, okay? But we've got the product. We've got the right attitude. All we need is you to make it happen. So if you've been thinking about buying a trailer, no reasonable offer refused, and all offers will be entertained. And some offers are even entertaining. So anyway, that's where we're at. I wanted to also mention Stacy, Katie, if you would, see if anybody from Wellers wants to come on real quick, if you would. I've only got a minute or two for them. If they are interested in chatting with me, I'll take any one of you guys if you want. Just come around the wall. I got some people here from Wellers. I got Andrew Webb on his way. He's going to be joining us here in a little bit. He is a write-in candidate. So that's that. Steve, what are you saying? You don't want to be on? Oh, here comes Devin. All right, she's coming on down. We're going to speak to her real quick. Want to talk about First Class Heating and Air if I can. They are my heating and air experts. I really love dealing with them. They also do plumbing and home performance. But if you have a place that needs a heater or an air conditioner, or you need something worked on or serviced, they can help you out. It's called First Class Heating and Air. They've been in business now over 40 years. It's a great local company, and they'll do a good job for you, no matter whether you bought your system there, maybe you just bought the property, and you just want to get it serviced, or you want to get one of the maintenance agreements, or you need some plumbing done or something like that. Whatever you may need, First Class Heating and Air can help you out no matter what brand it is, okay? Their people are in uniforms. Their vehicles are lettered. They're fully licensed and insured. They've been in business over 40 years. They've got great competitive pricing, and they will do a good job for you. So it's firstclasshvac.com on the web. Firstclasshvac.com on the web. Plumbing, heating and air, home performance, they do it all. Licensed and insured, know what they're doing. They'll take good care of you. So again, whether you're building, remodeling, need something fixed, getting ready for the winter, want to make sure that your stuff is working and you're not wasting money on energy, 934-8900 on the web, firstclasshvac.com, and like them on Facebook if you would too. Now, the next young lady you're going to see and hear is one of our new employees, and her name is Devin, not... Hold it. Did I say it right?
You said it right.
I kept calling her Devon.
That was Terry for the
That
first
was Terry.
2 weeks.
Okay. It's Devin. Devin. And Devin is a housewife who came to work for Wellers.
Yes, sir.
And you're learning how to sell trailers.
I indeed sure am.
All right. And you're selling some.
And I'm loving it.
And you're loving it.
Yes.
So she's very energetic. She's outside walking around and selling sheds and carports. And what's it like? I mean, what do you think of it?
I love it. It's
Okay.
The atmosphere is just so much fun. The people you meet, there's
Okay.
never a dull moment. I mean,
Never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment.
I'll agree with that.
And I will say, by working there, if you just listen to your customer, there's a lot of life lessons in everything they tell you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
You walk away knowing more than what you knew when you walked in.
Well, I think in sales, everything is about making some type of a relationship. In other words, technically, we're in the people business when you think about it, in other
Yes.
words, and that's what we do. So you're in sales today.
Yes.
All right. And you'll be there and open by 9, if not a little before.
Correct.
We're open till 2 today.
No problem.
All right. And
I'm ready.
you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. So whether they want to talk about a trailer, a shed, a carport, a swing set, a kayak, you're up for it.
I'm up for it. And I love
Okay.
to kayak, so if you have any questions, I have answers for you.
Okay. All right. So what else was I going to ask you? I forgot what it was. The sheds. Are you kind of amazed how many sheds we have there?
I'm amazed by the amount of sheds and the different styles and versatility you have in them. I mean, there's
Yeah.
so many different options you can
Right.
get.
Even the exterior's different. Some have a loft in them. Some have different windows and doors and everything else. So.
Yes, and the fact that you can create your own.
Yep,
'cause,
create
there's
your
a lot
own.
of communities around here that have to have the siding match the color of the house.
Right. Or
There's-
the roof pitch or something like that.
Yep.
All right. So we can work with that. We have some in stock, or we can have one custom built any way you want.
Yes.
Okay, then we go to the carports. They come in different widths and lengths and heights and so on and so forth.
Yes.
Many shapes and styles there.
Shapes, styles, colors, anything you could possibly dream of, we can do.
Right. So we're very creative there. The swing sets, I saw you made a nice video the other day of the swing sets. There's quite a, I don't know how many there is. There's 5 or 6 on display there now.
5 or 6,
Yeah. So there's quite a few. Kids can come in and play, and that way the parents can talk.
Yes.
Maybe the kids will be tired when they're done. So.
That's the best option.
All right, so you're ready. You're selling stuff. You work with Bert, and you also work with Jimmy, and then you also work with Mike.
Yes.
So what is it like being the female salesperson trying to outsell these gentlemen? What is that like?
Easy.
Oh, it's easy. Oh, my gosh. It's easy. Oh, why? They just give it to you? Or?
I was explaining to them the other day, you kind of walk in there and you walk into a group of men and they see a woman.
Okay.
And they kind of gravitate more towards the woman in a sense.
Even though the men are smiling more?
I'm just bubbly.
Okay.
As soon as you hit
So
the
we need to
door.
get these men bubbly.
As soon as you hit the door, you're being greeted. There's no waiting for you to walk in. As you know, being a housewife, you want to make sure your guests are always comfortable when they walk in. So you want to have the same thing when you work.
Okay. I remember when we interviewed you, you talked about how you go shopping like once a week or once a month?
Once a month, I go grocery shopping.
Once a month. It takes her whole van to get everything. And I was like, this lady she's squared away. In other words, got a lot going on. You got a lot of people in your household, and your husband's a hardworking man, and so on. So you come to work for Weller's. I want to say thank you for doing that. And I hope we live up to your expectations.
You already have. I promise you that.
Okay. Well, we'll keep trying. So, anything else you want to say or add?
Just come by and visit me. I will help you.
Okay. So you are going to greet them with a smile, and but it's not easy selling against these guys, is it? Really?
Not. Well,
they give you a run for your money. Oh my gosh! All right. If they don't, they're going to. Okay. After this, if they have any ego in them at all. All right. Anything else?
No. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks a lot. This is your first time. What do you think of the show?
I love it. I watch it on Saturday mornings.
Oh, okay. While you're at work. Oh, we're not at work on Saturdays.
No.
This is our first Saturday since you've worked for us.
Yes, and I'm excited.
Oh, I think you're going to be very busy today.
I'm ready to at least sell 10. Give me 10. I want to have a goal of 20 trailers sold this week. I have 9.
Do you really?
I have 9 right now.
Well, how do you compare it to the other guys?
Bert has 3.
Okay.
Jimmy has 4.
Oh my gosh, you've got all these numbers. How many's Mike got?
1.
No way. You got to lighten up on these people.
I can't help it.
You're going to create a vacuum. This is going to be like a NASCAR race. She's going to create a vacuum that's just going to suck them right along.
No, I try. It's all about how
you're going to have to give them one or something.
I try. I try.
Listen to me. I don't want you to be disappointed. One of these days, they may be the top number.
That's okay.
That's okay.
With me.
Okay.
As long as I know I tried my best.
Okay.
That's all that matters.
All right. Well, thank you very much. All right.
Thank you for having me on.
Have fun today. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I'll be up there after a while.
All right.
As you can see, it's quite competitive there. All right. And she's not cutting them no slack. But if you need a trailer, we do have 4 people. There's Jimmy. There's Devin, there is Bert, there is Mike, and they are all hungry for your business. They are on it, man. So if you need anything, Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville is the place to be. Now, I mentioned his name earlier because he was watching on Facebook, and I see Jack Riddle's watching, so good morning. Angela's watching. Karen's watching. Anyway, CJ's watching. Listen to me. I want to talk about Mark Johnson. Mark Johnson owns a business called Atlantic Home Improvements and Handyman Services. A good guy. I know what Colin's getting ready to text me. I want to thank Smith's Cafe for sponsoring the show and having the show. This is a show they pay us to do here, and we sure do appreciate their support, and we sure do love their food, okay? So anyway, that's that. But Mark Johnson, Atlantic Home Improvements and Handyman Services. The dude is really on his game. He has a partner named Don Lindsay, and between the two of them, they have over 25 years experience in the home construction and remodeling and renovations and so on industry. And if you have something you need done, like an interior project, an exterior home repairs, getting ready for the winter, flooring, decks, drywall repair, kitchen counter, backsplash, whatever you may need done, he and they can help you out. Now, no job's too small. Some jobs are too big. And, it just depends on what you need. Now, please be aware, I advertise for them every week, but they are busy because advertising works, and they do a great job. So anyway, I just want to let you know they have a Facebook page. It's called Atlantic Home Improvements on Facebook. And I'm going to give you a phone number. Are you ready? It's 302-500-0133. It's 500-0133. Atlantic Home Improvements and Handyman Service. And I just want to let you know they're there for you if you need them. They do have a Facebook page. If you'd look that up and like it, we'd appreciate that. Free estimates, no jobs too small. Atlantic Home Improvements at Comcast.net if you want to send them an email. Now, at 8:30, we take a break from the radio. And we're going to continue right on My Cozy TV, Comcast 204, Mediacom 99. And also, you can watch it at Jim Weller's Facebook page. We're trying to build our Facebook audience as much as we can. So if you would, hit the share button if you're on Facebook and let your friends know what you're watching. You heard it from Devin that we are open today at 9 o'clock. And I see Steve is here, and I see George is here, and we have a lot going on. But I just want to remind you that at Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville, you are going to find a good group of people. They're all hand-picked. We really appreciate them working there, and they all have quite a high level of energy, and they get the job done. So again, if you need anything, a new trailer, a used trailer, an open trailer, an enclosed trailer, a dump trailer, an aluminum trailer, whatever, Weller's Utility Trailers is the place. Now, Andy Webb, has he not shown up yet? All right, he's the write-in candidate. All right, so we'll at least promote him that much. All right, so anyway, we're taking a break from the radio. I see Sean from First Class is here. So we'll be back with you in just a minute on the radio. But we're still here with you on the TV. And you're going to hear from Colin Walls in just a minute. Walls Service Center, they are officially open right this minute. And Tracy is there keeping everything straight. I think Colin said she left just a little bit early yesterday, and he probably got everything all messed up. No, I doubt that he did. I'm sure he did a good job and didn't make no messes. But anyway, we're here in Smith's Cafe. We got a lot going on. There's been a lot of people coming and going. And I just want to say thank you and good morning and howdy, and come by our breakfast. No, just come on down and maybe have breakfast and do a breakfast review, okay? Colin, what's going on in your world?
Well, Wall Service Center is open today. You can call us right now if you want, 422-8110. Get you on the schedule for next week.
Schedule,
okay. However you want to say it.
All right, and if you have a breakdown over the weekend, don't hesitate. Just get your car towed there.
Right.
Or you said earlier a good point, if it's just more convenient to get it there over the weekend, and you'll get it figured out how to get them worked in.
Right. We get a lot of people that call us and say, oh, my car, a brake line's broken on it, and I want to schedule to get it in. And I usually say, well, just get it to us as soon as you can.
Right.
And let's get it here. Let's get it in line.
Right. In case you're working on something that needs parts. Right. Then you might move on to the next vehicle a little sooner than planned.
Exactly. Right. And we've had a run on brake lines. That's why that's the first thing that popped in my mind.
Man, you've said that for a couple weeks now.
Oh, we have.
Really?
Yeah, that's and it's just there's typically the same vehicles. It's usually the 03 to 07 Chevrolet pickups.
And are some of these where people had a brake line fail and come and told you? Are any of them where you were doing an oil change and you noticed something like this? In other words,
usually it's the line breaks.
Okay.
And they do have a problem with whatever it is, the steel they used at the time on these particular vehicles.
Right.
And they just rust out. And where they all go to, it's called the ABS control module, anti-lock brakes. They'll rust out right there. And as soon as you touch one, you've got to replace them all because they're all in that bad a shape.
Right.
It's just one has blown out right now. If we fix just one,
it will put more pressure actually on the others.
Well, yeah, and it'll just being in that area, moving things around, usually ends up causing the others to leak. So we recommend there's a whole kit you can actually put on it. We recommend let's do the whole kit, and it's stainless steel, so you don't have to worry about it again.
Right. Because I think that, like you had mentioned, brine might be part of it. Might be part of it.
Yep.
And I think that, we've had weather over the past winter or two that has either dictated salt or brine a little bit more than some years in the past.
Right. And, you think about it, if it's, the 2003 to 2007s.
Right. You're talking 15 years old.
Exactly. Yep.
Right. So it's not unreasonable.
Exactly. And that's another thing. We're seeing vehicles that are lasting longer. So you're getting where cars never had this problem before is because they were never on the road that long.
Okay.
Long enough to have the problem. So anyway, Wall Service Center, give us a call, 422-8110, wallservicecenter.com on the web. Downtown Milford, we're at 220 Northeast Front Street. Check out the rest of the downtown Milford while you're having your car worked on at Wall Service Center.
Okay. Well, I thank you very much. Is Andrew Webb arrived? I'm going to do Sean first. Yeah, I'm going to try to squeeze him in. No guarantees, okay? All right, so anyway, Andrew Webb has arrived, and he is going to talk to us for a couple minutes after we talk to Sean from First Class. But I want to remind you that we are at Smith's Cafe in Seaford. If you're wondering where in the world we do this show, it's inside of a restaurant. So if you're hungry, get up and come on down and have a made-from-scratch breakfast. They do a wonderful job. It's a big restaurant in here, very well lit, nice clean booths. It's only been in business a couple years. So I'm just letting you know that they're here. Now, they used to have other restaurants. They've been in Georgetown. They've been in Greenwood. So the Smith family has been in the food industry over 30 years. They're really well known for their family recipes. I love their dumplings and their crab cakes and their hot turkey and roast beef sandwiches, their cakes and pies. I love it all. It's just a great place to eat. So if you're hungry, get up and come on down to Smith's Cafe in Seaford. It's inside the Delmarva Teen Challenge thrift store, and the thrift store doesn't open till 9, but you got time to eat some breakfast and then go shopping at the thrift store. Now at 9 o'clock, we're probably going to take some phone calls, but I see Rick Fowler has shown up, No Nonsense Office Machines. So about 9 o'clock, we've got Justin Ward going to be on from Invisible Fence. And then at 9:30, we got Rick Fowler. And we're going to have a little time there that if you've got some technical questions, he will possibly be able to answer them over the phone or schedule a good time for you to come in and see him. That's No Nonsense Office Machines. So in a minute or two, we're going to be back on the radio, and when we are, then we're going to talk to Sean from First Class Heating and Air. You heard me do a little promo for him earlier. It's a company I really enjoy doing business with. And you're going to find, as you hear this show and watch this show, and you hear me talk about businesses that I advertise for, I enjoy dealing with them, okay? Because there's no fun in getting your air conditioner or your car fixed or buying insurance or your bookkeeping. But the nice thing about it is if you deal with somebody that does a great job, it makes the experience a lot better. So I just want to tell you all of that. So that's where we're at. That's what's going on. And Katie, make sure that you get their tickets if you would, okay? And I'm trying to think of what else I want to tell you. So we're giving away the Weller's discount cards. I do literally only have a handful left. So if you want one, they're free, and we'll give you one. Sean, have I ever gave you one of these cards? The Weller's discount card? Just checking. Didn't want you to feel left out. But, you know, we get 1,000 of them every year, and we're down to a handful of them. And some of them we sell, some of them we give away. And it is a fundraiser that we use to raise some money for an organization. But I want to let you know that Weller's Utility Trailers is ready. You heard Devin. She wasn't joking around. She's dead serious about selling you stuff. But you didn't hear from Mike or Bert or Jimmy. They are also dead serious about selling you something, okay? So I just want to let you know that we are locked. We are loaded and we are ready. We have got trailers. We have got sheds. We have got carports. We have got swing sets. We have got to prep for the radio now. So anyway, we're going to be back on the radio in just a second or two, and then we are going to talk about a couple other things. It is Saturday. It's a beautiful day out, and we are now on the radio. So for those listening on the radio, it's Jim Weller. You're watching and listening to Weller Does Delmarva. This is a weekly show. We have done this thing 264 times. We are starting our 6th year, and I want to say thank you to all of our audience for listening and watching the show. So let me jump right into our next segment. It's a gentleman that I've known for a few years, Sean from First Class Heating and Air. How in the world are you? Been busy?
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, it's starting to pick up into the fall weather, which we've been looking forward to for a while. So it's really nice walking outside this morning and feeling that little bit of change. Yeah,
just a good time.
It is. It's that little bit of lull period to get rid of the heat. We had actually really warm September for unusual.
Wow.
But it was great to finally get back into there, starting getting into the maintenances and making the systems ready for the fall, and then of course all the service and sales that come along with that too. So it's been a great time.
What's a typical sale like? Somebody calls the office and says, what, my system? Well, does it start where a technician first goes out, or how does it?
It could be a lot of different ways. If the system is, if people just know that they're looking to, their system's getting older and they're looking to be proactive and get ready to take care of it. Yeah, so we get quite a few of those. Service techs that go out for a service call. You know, they find out that something's not working right. we get right in the door at that point. So it's all avenues of obviously advertising. They hear us on Weller, they hear us out everywhere. So whatever it takes just to basically get us in the door, and then every call is a little different. So every situation is, well, the air conditioning is working okay, but the heating system has always been kind of iffy, or vice versa. So it's just we kind of address every house a little different,
one by one.
Yes.
There's no way that you could just say, oh, all systems are this much and that's that. I mean, it is an individual thing. The amount
really is, yeah.
Right.
I've seen that approach in a lot of billboards and a lot of places up north and all around. But every house is different. I mean, so to actually lump it into one easy, this is the cost of a system, it's kind of ironic. It's a great marketing way because it gets you right in the door. But other than that, it's most of the time you'll find that even that one little thing doesn't always qualify. So you've got to really see what else is out there.
And I think that First Class believes that the customer deserves the opportunity to meet somebody.
Absolutely.
To get an individualized quote. There's no high pressure to it.
Yes. Yeah, that's a big part of that.
There's financing if need be. There's some of the Energized Delaware type things are out there. Heavily. So there's a lot of options that just start with a simple phone call.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it starts with that. So we get out there and take a look, whether it's for, typically for heating and air, for plumbing, for home performance, for water conditioning, anything that's out there. Get right in, and like I said, there's options for every house. Every just a typical. Heat pump system, there's multiple options for that. Whether they want to go with traditional or want to go back with something that's a little bit more energy efficient, or want to go with super energy efficient ductless and non-ductless models. So there's a range of ideas, and that's what we try to do. We sit down. We don't just walk in there, say, "Yep, you have a 3-ton unit. Here's a 3-ton price," and walk out. We say, "All right, what are you looking for? Where is it uncomfortable? Where is it hot? Where is it cold? What have you not liked about the system for the last 12 years or 15 years you've had it? What do you like about it?
Right.
And
what do you wish it did?
Yes, exactly. We get used to, I say it all the time, we get used to living with certain ways of the way the system runs.
Yeah.
And you don't have to. You can, well, that room's always hot or that room's always cold. Doesn't mean it always has to be. We can fix it at this point. And most of the time, it's a very, very simple fix.
Or it wasn't bad till I started taking blood thinners.
Right.
Oh, now it's even worse. In other words.
So, and the winters, the winters make a big difference. 2 years ago, it was really, really bad, but the last couple of years, the winters have been mild or they've been colder. So, we want to address it, everything up front. And then from there, we tailor it down to, multiple options and say, here, there's a base unit. This is we're going to replace it as it was being brand new today as a base unit. And then this is the most energy efficient way to do it. And then there's the options in between. So, it gives the customer a chance to pick and choose what they want. And then when you match that up with financing options, and we have 72 months 0% on systems, right now through the fall, and
that's
60
like 6
months.
years.
It is, yeah, it's great. And so low monthly payments between the savings that you're saving for your energy costs, your comfort levels, and then your monthly payment, it really isn't that bad out of pocket. So most people think, oh, this is going to be a huge investment, and it is. You're investing in your home.
It's an investment, right?
It's something that unfortunately is inevitable. You need to have heat. You need to have air conditioning most of the time. So, just to make it as painless as possible, to get in there and be, to make sure that you're very comfortable, that you're happy with the system. That if you do this now, you don't have out-of-pocket expenses down the road. Most of our warranties are 10 years, full warranties, parts and labor warranties, 12 years on ductless. So, it's a good, just a peace of mind to know that you don't have to, once you do this, once you have one low monthly payment, you really don't have to have any other out-of-pocket expenses. So
and you're dealing with a company, you've been around 40-some years.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, locally owned, locally operated, serving all of Delaware.
We saw all Delaware, Maryland, Eastern Shore. We're obviously very, very committed to training and to the company. We actually had what we called our State of the Company meeting on Wednesday this past week.
Is that where I saw this big picture?
Yeah, yep. We had it over at Mulligan's Point over at Sussex Pines Country Club. They rented it out for the day. We basically had everyone in the company there. We took a picture of all the vehicles, but then we sat down with the owner and went to and hear the state of the business and how everything's going and where we're going to go. And we had trainers in from we had carrier reps in from different things. We did training sessions for everyone. We did breakout sessions, and then we had a nice little gathering afterwards. So it was absolutely a wonderful day. A lot of companies you don't see that do that. So the commitment that Tim and Janelle put into that is absolutely amazing. Just for the fact that they're focused on where we're going to be, what we can do, and it does take a lot to shut down a company for a day to do that.
It does.
But we didn't skip a beat. Obviously, everything moved right back on next day, back to business as normal. But it was really helpful. I got a lot of feedback from both the installers and the service techs that it was very helpful with some of the stuff they have, and a lot of it was refresher courses. We go through it a lot, but they get to go through again, and then they get to ask the questions about, well, why is this? When you're dealing with the engineers from the equipment and say, hey, we don't like this or we like this, and that feedback goes back to the company. So it was a very, very good experience for that. But that's just something that First Class does is a little bit different, I think, than a lot of companies. And we put a lot of focus in there. We try to make everyone better. We try to make the employees better. We try to make the customers better, and do everything we can to do that. So it's a great experience we had this past week.
And I like dealing with you guys. I mean, I know you do home performance things. You also do plumbing. But it all starts with just a phone call and a free estimate, a nice visit. It's a pleasant, friendly visit. I found, I've dealt with you on multiple projects now. And when I sit down, I learn something, and we talk about the different options and pick a good solution, and we just move on with it. So everything is pretty seamless.
We try to do it as easy as possible.
Right.
That's the big thing. I mean, this is, like you said, it's never a fun experience to have to, be either inconvenienced with a heat or cooler situation, or to have to spend money on something. No one ever wants to do that. So what do we do to kind of get over that hurdle and to try to make it so it is comfortable, and it's, at the end of the day, it's, you realize it's not the end of the world. We're not, having to cut off our leg to pay for the system. So
and it is something you're going to enjoy.
Yes.
I do need to mention this is a paid segment. I forgot to mention that, but this is an advertiser, and I want to say thank you, Sean, because you and I in First Class, we've done a lot of dealings back and forth
for a long time.
And even though he's here, I want the people to know that I have dealt with them on numerous things, a lot of repairs, maintenance, things like that, but new systems. Whether it's commercial or residential, and
we've done work for your rental properties, for your personal properties, for your businesses. Yeah, it's been a great relationship, and
had somebody right here on Facebook. Awesome service from beginning to end.
Perfect.
Great, you installed their ductless units.
Oh, good.
So, anyway, we thank you for that.
Yeah.
And so 934-8900, whether you're upstate, downstate, or, in Maryland or
absolutely. Yeah, take a look at all their advertising. Go to our website. There are local numbers as well to get a hold of. Any way to get a hold of us, you can go directly through our website and contact us as well. And feel free to Facebook. You can give Google reviews, Facebook reviews. We monitor all of them.
Okay.
And we respond to all of those. So
if you had some work done and you're happy,
absolutely,
do
please.
a review.
Absolutely, that's the best way to
if something's not right, call them on the phone.
Absolutely, yep.
Give them a chance to get it right.
And absolutely, and we always will do that. We'll work with you no matter what. If there is an issue, because not 100% of times you don't get everything 100% right.
Oh, right, because you got to install it, and you didn't make it, and
we've run into different things with that. So what we do is we go above and beyond. If we've had to replace units at our cost, we've done that. If we've had to go back and to make it right, we have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. We will make it right for you. So that is a big part of that. So we work with people, and people are people. We make mistakes.
And everything you sell is made by people?
Made by people. So, you cannot be perfect, but you can be as best as you possibly can to solve the issues at the end. So, if you do have a comment or a positive response,
or
feel free to
please
reach out to us, and we'll be happy to address that and go through with it.
But we'll take as many Google and Yelp reviews as we can get.
We love those.
I'll take them too. So anyway, 934-8900. The website has all kinds of information. What a great wealth of just information. There.
Yep. It has all our brands that we service and install, financing links, all the information about the company. Also has some kind of tidbits on what to expect and how to do different things. Our Facebook page has those as well, so they constantly like us there, and they'll send you over. Even it's not always advertising. It's not always act now, do this now. But they're like some just tips of what you can do at home to prevent problems down the road too. So
and things to look for and so on. So the bottom line is you're talking about a local company, fully licensed, fully insured. You train and train and train and train your people.
Absolutely.
You are celebrating 40-some years of being in business. That doesn't come easy.
No, it doesn't. No,
that's quite an accomplishment.
Especially in the markets that we've been through. So that's been a very, very good positive thing with us.
So. All right, and you've done it all. You've been an installer as well as now you are a designer or whatever you call it.
I started as a helper and through install, through service, and all the way up through sales and sales management. So it's been a very big path for me, but it's very nice.
And you've been with them for a few years now.
I've been just started my 8th year.
8th year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, very good. Yeah. Well, I do enjoy endorsing them. I do enjoy dealing with them.
Thank you.
This is a paid commercial, but it's not just a paid commercial. I mean, this is a company that I enjoy doing business with, and I'm not an easy customer either, but I like it right, and they get it right. And if they don't, they'll make it right.
Absolutely.
So like their Facebook page. Please. If you haven't done that yet, just do that today. That one's painless. And if there's any specials or news or anything, that's where they'll
You'll
find out
all the
about
stuff
it.
on there. Absolutely. It's great.
Well, Sean, what are you doing today?
I am working again.
Okay,
So,
working
we're-
again.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
going out and get some stuff taken care of today. We got a couple.
Are you going
customers
fishing
and
with
like
Tim
that.
today?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I wish so. That'd be nice.
Okay. But it seems
that's
like a
what
nice
was,
day out, doesn't
It
it?
is. It's gorgeous out. Yeah, absolutely. So it's
good.
hopefully it'll continue on and will be another busy season.
Yeah, it's going to be a good winter.
It will be. Yes.
I think
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
Confidence levels are high.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a good way.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Appreciate
right,
you, Jim.
Take care.
Take care.
Have a good weekend. Sean, First Class Heating and Air, 934-8900. 934-8900. Like them on Facebook. They'll take good care of you, and they're just good people to deal with. So anyway, we're going to talk to Andrew Webb here real quick about a couple different things. I do want to mention McNeil's Paving. My goodness, Josh McNeil. I mentioned him earlier in the show. Want to mention him again because I am just so happy with the work he did for me. And there's just nothing like when you get something done, you want to be happy with it, no matter what it costs. So McNeil's Paving does blacktopping. They also do tar and chip, but they also come in and like it's the time of year. A lot of people like to get their driveway sealed over, a new like coat. So I don't know the word seal coat, but that's what I call it. By having my blacktop sealed. But mine's got a lot of dips and dives and cracks and things, and they filled all that in, and they sealed it, and then they even striped it. Then I got them working on another project where they're just going to seal it and everything. They clean the edges all up, and I'm very happy. And since I've been promoting them, just over the past few weeks, I've had a handful of people that I've talked to that called them and have already had their work done, and they're tickled to death, and then their neighbors went ahead and had something done. So anyway, it's McNeil's Paving. Been in business now over 60 years. Over 60 years. Think about that. Okay? What a great thing to be able to survive in business that long, okay? So Josh is second generation, got the third generation. His boys are right there with him. So his number is 302-934. No, it's not. It's 302-945. 302-945. 7131 945-7131. I want you to give them a call and let them give you a free estimate on having your driveway either blacktopped or coated. Okay? Now, I've got Andrew Webb getting ready to come on. I see Rick Fowler. He'll be on after 9:30. And somewhere in there, we got a guy named Justin. What's his name? Justin Ward, the invisible fence guy. He's in competition with the visible fence people. Okay, so anyway, Andrew Webb, how you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
And you are going to be a write-in candidate for what?
The U.S. House of Representatives. That's Congress for the state of Delaware.
And what qualifies you for our vote?
I'm a very hard worker.
What do you do?
I'm working in the heating and air business, driving a box truck around full-time. I'm also a full-time student to become a substance abuse counselor part-time.
Okay. So you're a go-getter.
Yes, sir.
All right. And what inspired you to want to run for this position?
Yeah, it was after the primary. When you saw the results of that and you're seeing people like Scott Walker on the ballot, and I know he's been on your show. I was paying attention. I was listening.
Right.
Putting up signs illegally, making an embarrassment of himself, and then the things he's posted on Facebook, things he said. Among them is the day after the primary, and this is what heavily inspired me to run, is that now he wants to legalize heroin. I'm sorry, I come from Seaford. Seaford's got a very heavy heroin problem.
Yeah.
And it kills
people. Did he really
people.
say that? Did you personally hear that?
I saw where he said that, so I know he said that.
Okay.
It was on Facebook.
Okay. And you believe everything on Facebook?
I don't believe everything on Facebook, but I know that he posted that.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to have him on next week. We're going to ask him about that. I don't even know how you go about legalizing marijuana. Anyway, marijuana. All right. So anyway, you are passionate about not legalizing marijuana because it's killing people. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. It is heroin.
Marijuana is a completely different conversation.
Yes, it is. Right. Well, how do you feel about legalizing marijuana?
I feel like at least the medicinal parts of marijuana, there are some very beneficial things you can do with that. I am concerned about some of the mental effects that it does, like making you feel like, you don't have as much motivation to do things and such. So I'm hesitant to go that route.
Okay. But the heroin is a big
heroin is no. We need to get people off of heroin, not make it to where it's readily accessible. I mean, we're spending money on Narcan, and really that's costing our state, our taxpayers, a lot of money, just so we can make it more affordable for people. So either way, you're eating it.
All right. So bottom line is, this is what inspired you to run against Scott Walker.
It was also Lisa Blunt Rochester. One thing I know about her is she has voted to repeatedly, she wants to raise taxes, raise taxes, raise taxes.
Okay.
But she's also for sanctuary state policy.
Okay.
You know what that means? Open borders. No borders, no country. No borders, no wall. All the drugs across the border get to flow more easily.
Okay. So that's what inspired you to run.
Most heavily, yes.
Okay. And so you got a big team behind you? What do you got going on?
We are working night and day to get the word out. We have a website where we are constantly answering questions people might have about our campaign. That's on Facebook.
What is that website?
Andrew Webb for Congress.
Andrew Webb
the website itself is electweb.com. That's web with 2 B's.
Okay. Likeweb.com.
Electweb.com.
Electweb.com.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
All right. And you're on Facebook?
Yes.
What is it on Facebook?
It's Andrew Webb for Congress on Facebook.
Okay, Andrew Webb for Congress. And you're a local guy?
I am born and raised in Seaford. I am a Blue Jay.
Okay.
I believe I'm one of the few candidates in any of politics that can say that, anything of that nature. A lot of people, as many people in the state are aware of, have moved from other areas, New York, New Jersey, and places.
So what do we
that.
do with a write-in candidate? Do we take a Sharpie marker into the voting booth? How does a write-in candidate even work?
What you got to file everybody that you want to vote for first, and then you write me in last.
Okay.
Or else you lose the right to vote for anyone else.
Okay. So what? You'll be at the bottom of the ballot.
Yeah. So you'll go right down your list, and then when you're done with everybody else, okay, fine. Then you write my name in. And then you
write it. What, on a piece of paper or something?
There's a slide at the bottom.
Okay. Okay. And so what else do you want people to know about you?
So I do have a platform. There's a few things. There's a few specific things that I want to address to make our country better.
Okay.
Among them is innovation in the economy. There are things that are being developed in Delaware as well in Maryland that will not only make our environment better, but will also make money for like the farmers.
Okay.
Take like duckweed. Duckweed can be produced by butanol and chicken feed later on. And both the farmer can make a profit on, and they'll clean our waterways up along the way as it gets down into the water system.
Okay. So I'm going to presume you like the economy right now.
I believe it has gotten better under our current president. I am very happy about that, but it doesn't mean we need to stop. We need to keep at it.
I agree with that. No need to slow down now.
No, sir.
All right. So Andrew Webb, Seaford guy, looking for everybody's vote. And when is the election?
November 6th.
November 6th. And anything else you want to say?
Well, there's plenty. So the biggest thing is for more information, visit us on our website at electweb.com, web with 2 B's. Like us on Facebook, Andrew Webb for Congress. Also, we are looking for volunteers. Any help we get is an upgrade over not getting the help. So check us out for looking up for volunteers and things of that nature. So we thank you for your time.
All right. Are you satisfied with this interview?
To this point, yes.
Okay. Do you have any complaints or gripes about it or anything?
Not that I can think of.
So we're ending on a good note.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm going to thank you, Andrew. Okay.
I thank you, Jim.
All right. Have a good day and good
You as
luck
well.
to you.
Thank you.
There he goes, everybody. Andrew Webb. Look him up on Facebook or his website and spread the word and tell your friends. All right. We are in the last couple minutes of the show. We end at 9 o'clock on the radio and then we continue right on TV. So I do want to tell you what's going to happen after 9 o'clock. So first of all, you're going to quit hearing us on the radio after 9 o'clock. We would appreciate it if you would follow us. You can follow us by going to my Facebook page, which is Jim Weller, or you can also follow us by going to My Cozy TV, which is Comcast 204 and Mediacom 99. Okay, so you can watch it there. We're going to have Justin Ward from the Invisible Fence Company on after 9 o'clock. Then at 9:30, we're having Rick Fowler from No Nonsense Office Machines. And as I mentioned earlier today, we're going to allow you to ask Rick some questions. In other words, so if you have some questions for him, he might be able to diagnose something over the air, or he might be able to, tell you when you need to bring it in or whatever you need to do. So we're going to take some phone calls when Rick is on just to see if there's any questions people have. So that'll be about 9:30-ish. 9:30-ish if you would like that. All right, so other than that, Justin Ward will be here at 9. We might even take a phone call with him if you got some questions about dog fence or anything like that. So we're here at Smith's Cafe, and we are so thankful that you have joined the show. On the radio, we've done this show 264 times. So this is the beginning of our 6th year, and we want to say thank you to the people that help with it. There is Colin Walls and his son Colin the second. We've got Katie who helps. Then we've got another lady named Stacy who helps with things, and then we've also got the people back at the radio station and Master Control with the TV station. So there's a lot of people that make this happen, but not to mention we've got a wonderful, responsive audience, and we like that. We've got many people that have played along with our contest. We have advertisers that are advertising on this show that tell us all the time that people stop in and do business with them or call them on the phone or get their service or whatever. So we're just letting you know that we appreciate your listening and watching and your support. If you are watching on Facebook, if you would take just a minute and hit the share button, we'd appreciate it. And remember, when the radio ends at 9, you can watch us on My Cozy TV or Jim Weller's Facebook page, or you can also watch this show anytime you want at wellerdoesdelmarva.com. We've had different people on. We had some items that we're giving away that we told you about. We also want to make sure that you don't forget that Weller's Utility Trailers is normally not open on Saturdays, but today we are. So if you've been thinking about buying something and today works for you, it works for us because it's the last day of the month. It's the last day of the 3rd quarter, and we are desperate to make a deal with you. We're really not desperate, but it sounds good. It makes good radio to talk like that. So bottom line is we'll be desperate on Monday too. We like to sell stuff every day of the week, and we'll take good care of you. You heard from Devin. She's not cutting anybody any slack. She is getting it done. So anyway, we're just letting you know that we are really trying to rent that corner in Lincoln. But if not, we're going to have to hire somebody to run it. So, if you have an interest in sales and working for Wellers and maybe running the property in Lincoln for us, we are always wanting to talk about that. I have another clerical position coming up. So if you would like to work in the clerical field at Wellers, we'd like to talk to you. I might even be in the market for an office manager type person, okay? It is a very busy, fast-paced environment. I do need to tell you that because we sell stuff all the time. Send me your resume to jim@wellers.com. We are about out of time on the radio. I want to say thanks a lot to everybody. I wish I had more time to take phone calls. We might take some after 9. But for now, God bless you. Have a good weekend. And do not forget, you can watch the show at My Cozy TV and also on Jim Weller's Facebook page till 10. See ya. Bye. All right, now, we're still with you. We didn't go anywhere. The blink of the eye, we're still here. We are inside Smith's Cafe. There's a lot of stuff going on, and we want to just say thank you to everybody for tuning in. I see Justin has arrived from Invisible Fence, and Colin Walls is with us from Walls Service Center. We might get a word with Katie. She was in a horrific car accident this week. Okay, so she just about wiped out a nice white van. But anyway, I think it kind of wiped her out. The van won. All right, so anyway, we might let her explain all that to us here in just a minute after we talk with Colin. But anyway, we're here inside Smith's Cafe. People are coming and going and eating breakfast and so on and so forth, and we're here for you. So anyway, Walls Service Center is open today. Don't know if there's any openings, but I know that you just need to get your vehicle there. It's that simple. So, Colin, what's going on with you?
It is that simple, really. Just get it there to us. Drop it off over the weekend, if that's most convenient for you. We know people work a lot, and what are you laughing about?
At her. You still working, Katie?
I'm still working.
Well, set the timer. I like to give her a hard time. Put some more gas in it.
It's a
pull the cord.
It's a
pull the cord
start
on the timer. All right. Anyway, I like to give her a hard time just for the heck of it.
We are open at Wall Service Center. Give us a call, 422-8110. Let's get you on the schedule and figure out what's going on with your vehicle, any issues you might be having with it. We've been talking about this heavily this morning.
Talk about the roadside thing, too.
All right.
First
I'll just
of all,
let you run my commercials, Jim.
Oh, sure.
Tell me what to talk about. All
right.
right. We'll talk about this briefly. We have talked about this all morning. It's the checklist. I know
What?
you like the name of it.
Oh,
The
no,
official
it's
name
too
of it.
long. Say
Jim
it.
It's the multi-point inspection report card as recommended by the manufacturer.
Oh, my goodness.
Ask for it by
Gee
name.
whiz. But it's an added value bonus that how long have you guys been doing this? Years and years?
A couple years at least. Yeah.
Okay. You know, but you go in, you get an oil
actually,
change.
this is kind of a written version of what we've always done.
Okay.
So
okay.
we've always done inspections like this, but we never really had it written down. And I like to put a system into place, and so we do the same thing every time because it's easy to forget one thing one time. And,
I would agree.
And maybe that's the time that you really needed to check the differential fluid in the front differential.
You check the differential fluid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Believe it or not, we
Wow.
check the fluid in the differentials, front differential, the transfer case, the rear differential.
Just with an oil change?
Yeah. Just with an oil change. So, and it's all here, and we can note it if there's a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
Or
like if the plug was
wipers.
leaking or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we note any leaks that we find on it, struts, shocks,
Steering
springs.
parts.
Yeah,
front end
anything.
parts.
We're checking the tightness of all that. It
You check
really
the battery,
once you have
too.
a system, it really doesn't take that long
Correct,
to check
because
it
you
out.
do this all day long, vehicle
Exactly.
after vehicle.
Right, and we do check the battery. We don't just look at it and say, it sounded like
Well,
it
the
started
weather's
all right.
the weather's changing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm just saying that's the time of the year when a weak battery really starts showing up.
Right, and we actually have a battery analyzer we put on it that just doesn't check the voltage; it checks resistance, and it's numerous things that it checks on it, and it does it all by itself. We just need to hook it up, and we just hit the buttons, and then it tells us what percentage the battery's out. So if it's a 800 cold cranking amp battery and it only has 400 and some cold cranking amps in it,
Be prepared.
it's at 50% capacity.
Right.
And
And you get
there's
a
a
cold
problem.
snap.
Exactly.
You get up one morning and your battery's no good.
Right, but this is the nice thing about testing it. We're going to know before
Right.
it
Right.
happens to you.
Right.
So.
It's not just a visual test. You really put something on it to test it.
Exactly.
And this
So
is no charge.
it comes absolutely free with any oil change that you have done.
Okay.
Now, we'll do this separately if you want, but it's going to cost you about as much as an oil change for us
Right.
to do this.
So you get
just
an oil
the oil
change.
change done too.
And then go from there.
Exactly. So
All right.
anyway, now one other thing after this that comes absolutely free with any service from an oil change above.
Right.
Free roadside assistance for the next 6 months. So if you continuously have oil changes done every 6 months, you're continuously covered with roadside assistance. So we'll talk about that a little bit in the next segment. Right at 9:30, we're going to talk a little bit more about what this roadside assistance involves.
All right. Stay with me for a minute. I want to talk about a couple things. Can we
Okay.
talk about the Wednesday night show?
Yeah, we can talk about
Okay.
Wednesday night. Live with Walls and Weller is the name
Right.
of the show.
All right. So we do it on the Facebook page, and we also do it on WRDE's Facebook page.
Right.
But we're trying to encourage people to like the Facebook page, Walls and Weller.
Right.
Okay. But we have openings. So if somebody ever wanted to be on the show, wanted to buy advertising time, buy some space, or if they're involved with a nonprofit, there might be no charge to be on.
Sure.
We
Yep.
do this show from 6:30 to 7 every Wednesday night. But the parade, we got a little bit of room for somebody that might want to be a sponsor of the parade.
Right, we're talking the Milford Community Parade. It's October 17th.
A Wednesday night.
It's an annual event in Milford. It's huge. Last year we did the live broadcast on the WRDE Facebook page. We had close to 12,000 views on it
Wow,
now.
that's
I
pretty
believe
good.
almost immediately after it was over, we had 10,000 views. So
wow,
the night of and the day after, we were.
Because it's a good hour and a half long.
It is, yeah, and there's lots of things to see, and there's going to be some good commentary, and we have fun with it.
So, is there a chance? You see how everybody's looking at the screen now
Yeah.
in that Mid-South audio. Is there an advertising opportunity for that, or we're not doing that night?
We could offer that if
I'm just
somebody's
saying,
interested.
I'm seeing two opportunities there. We got the
Right.
bottom, or on the right or left-hand side, however it looks. That's my left-hand
Right.
side. So I just want some of the people to realize that we have a couple different things going on. So one, we're doing this parade October 17th. It's going to be downtown Milford. It's the Milford Community Parade, and we are looking for somebody that might want to buy a sliver across the bottom or a sliver on the side of the screen. That would be there for the whole thing, or we might break it up in half an hour.
Yeah, I mean,
we
generally
might not
we'll
have
break it
time
up into
to
half hours, but you can
We'll sell
still
you the
buy the
whole
entire
thing.
show.
You can. Okay. So we want people to know that opportunity exists, because we're looking for people to underwrite the cost of doing this and get something out of it. In other words.
Oh, sure. And there's a lot involved, a lot of money in equipment just getting out there. You know, we've got the big truck. I've got the big
and half a day's work getting everything ready.
2 days work getting everything ready.
Right.
And then another 2 to get it all back together.
Right. So, but I want to tell you, if you buy an ad on the screen, what's nice about that, and I mean, no nonsense has agreed to buy some ads during the show.
Right.
But what you got to understand is, once it's captured, you will get your ad more than once.
Right.
In other words, because we have people that will either go back on Facebook or on. Well, there won't be now they're going to put it on the Milford Community Parade's website, I think.
Yeah.
If they didn't, they are probably going to. So what I'm saying is, you'll probably get more than one ad. So I just wanted to make sure people know that opportunity exists.
And it's going to be an incredible value. You know, if you take the numbers from last year, 1,000 views, 12,000 views, it's going to be an incredible value for that many eyes to see your advertising, to see your business or your service business, whatever you have.
So if you're interested, track down me or Colin. We'd like to talk to you about it, you know, whether you want some mentions or whether you want to buy that space on there. And then also Wednesday night, we're always looking for different guests of interest to be on the show. You know, we have a thing called Kathy's Tag of the Week, and then we also have this thing called Versus, and it's a good show. We've been doing it over a year now, going on our second year.
We have, yeah. It's been going on a long time. So check that out. Just look for Live with Walls and Weller on Facebook and like that page.
They can see some of our shows there, and they can see more of our shows by going to Live or WRDE's.
Yeah, WRDE's Facebook page. All these are on Facebook.
On Facebook. So, all right. Anything else that we need to say about either one of those?
No, I don't think so. But make sure you do tune in October 17th. Either come out
no
to
matter
the parade,
what. Right.
Look us up.
Cheer us on.
Last year we were at the Milford Church of God. We anticipate that's where we'll be next year, but we just wait for the parade committee to tell us where to go.
Us. Right. All right. Well, it's a lot of fun. So cheer us on, okay?
Right.
At the parade.
Yeah.
So
I think we'll have some good guests there too. We'll have a string of guests coming off and on, and talking with them throughout the parade and just getting their take on what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, thank you, Colin.
Thank you.
Okay. So I think I'm going to get Justin Ward on here now, and we're going to talk about the Invisible Fence Company. I'm going to open up the phone lines if you are watching or listening and you say, I got a question for Justin. I don't understand what about this, or, you know, does it hurt my dog or what? So he owns a business called Invisible Fence. Good morning, Justin.
Morning.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
Not raining outside.
Not raining outside. All right. So anyway, I just want to tell people, if they want to call, the number's 422-7336. If you have a question for Justin, we'll take a few minutes and talk about your question, okay? 422-7336. If you have a property that you want to talk about putting in an invisible fence. I have one at home, and I love it. I'm very happy with it. Now I got this little rock thing. That's kind of neat, too. So, Justin, why don't you just tell us a little bit about who you are and what in the world you do, and that it doesn't shock the animal and so on.
Yeah, so Invisible Fence brand of Delmarva is pretty much pet containment, pet solutions. I kind of consider myself more of a dog trainer than anything.
Okay.
We use tools of the trade to get dogs' attentions, and then have some kind of form of training to reflect on, so they're not just clueless on why they're getting
And you put little flags up in the beginning to show them.
Absolutely.
And doesn't the collar go click, 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 or what's it do?
It gives an audible tone.
Audible tone. It's not click, click, click. It's just an audible tone.
Yeah, so you can hear it just as well as they can, but it gives them the tone. That way they know when they're going to be getting the correction behind it. So it's there to get their attention. But I like to say, me and my dad have been doing this since 2000. So
have you really?
If we were in the business of hurting pets, we wouldn't be in business at all. So, since 2000, we've been taking care of pretty much everything west of Baltimore, Carroll County area, and then everything south of Dover here now for the past 5 years.
Wow, I had no idea. That's 18 years.
Yep, absolutely.
That's a long time.
And an Invisible Fence
You
brand.
had to have been just a kid when you started.
I was. I learned very young how to do this business, so I met a lot of good people doing it. But
wow.
Yeah, and Invisible Fence brand now has been going on for 45 years.
Has it really?
Yep.
Wow. All right. So again, if you have any questions about how does it work, I want to talk about this door. It's like a flap or something. You cut a hole in somebody's door.
Yeah.
And you have this thing that it's like a flap, right?
Yeah, so we call.
Am I explaining it right, or
a little bit? I mean,
okay.
It's pretty much that's the visual of it. So what it is I call it the doorman. It works with the receiver itself that the dog wears. So it's almost like the dog.
But you can turn it on and off.
Yeah, there's so many settings on it that you can set it automatically. You can set it manually. You can set timers on it. If you don't want the dog going out past 10 o'clock at night, you can set that on the door itself.
I think this is really cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. If you got cats that you don't want to escape, so it only works with the dog to allow the dog only outside. So
really,
and don't allow other critters to come in.
Yep.
So you don't got that normal door where it's just free will. This door here works only with the receiver itself.
Isn't that something?
It's amazing.
Can you put it, like if you have a dog kennel and there's a dog box in the dog kennel, you could even put it on that dog box to keep the dog in at night?
Yeah, we've done sheds, we've done barns. The dog sometimes has its own specific area that the door will allow them to go out and enjoy their yard and then be able to go back into their own specific area.
Wow.
So we've done them now in glass doors. A lot of people don't think that we can do them in sliders, but we can now.
Really?
Gets a little pricey, but
right. But you can do them.
Yeah, a lot of people only have that option. We've done them in walls and stuff like that, so you don't just have to stick with the door itself.
Okay. And estimates are free. So if somebody's watching or listening and they say, well, I have no idea what this even cost. You're saying, well, just let me come out and put my eyes on your scenario and not going to charge you, no high pressure, and tell you what we have to offer.
Absolutely. I tell people I'm out there to educate. I'm not there to sell you on anything. And I want to find the solution that's going to work for you and your pet. So a lot of people call up and they're kind of in crisis mode because their dog ran out in front of a car or ran over to the neighbors, knocked the old lady down next door. So we want to be there to find a solution for you and your pet, and we can do that indoors or outdoors.
Okay. Well, that sounds pretty good. So estimates are free. How far do you go? Will you go to Dover?
Technically, that's not my area.
Okay. Well, how far up?
About Milford is my cutoff area.
Georgetown.
Yeah, Georgetown as well.
How about Lewis and Rehoboth?
Lewis, Rehoboth especially. We go all the way down to Ocean City, Pocomoke City, and Salisbury as well. So
okay, so you cover a pretty good area.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some Delaware and some Maryland.
Yeah, we see some views.
Okay, so now the other thing is people can learn a lot by going to your Facebook page.
Absolutely. We do a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of Facebook and social media, just trying to keep up with the times. But we go back to education, so you can learn a lot from our social media outlets as well.
But let's say somebody has a little farmette or whatever, and they got 2 or 3 acres, or 4 or 5 acres.
Yeah.
But they want the dog to be able to run.
Yeah, absolutely.
But not run off. Run further than they can see it. Mm-hmm. You can do something like, what if they've got a wooded area? Can you do something in a wooded area?
Yeah, we got a couple different solutions. We do our wired solution. I've done up to 15 acres with our wire, but now I don't like to do that with our new GPS that's come out.
Okay.
We've been in real thick woods, and it's worked. The new GPS has worked real well for us now with that. So anybody that has 2 or 3 acres or more, the largest we've actually done with the GPS is 1,100 acres. So.
Wow,
it's amazing technology.
That's a big backyard, 1,100 acres. Wouldn't want to have to cut that grass.
Yeah, absolutely.
But in other words, what if somebody has like a real valuable? Well, I guess everybody's dog's valuable, but a dog they've spent a lot of money on training as far as hunting or retrieving.
Absolutely.
And they don't want it to run off. They want it to stay on their farm.
Yeah. The biggest thing is, we run into a lot of clients that spend a lot of money with their dog, just like a kid, with vet bills and just purchasing the dog. So, our training is specific for that dog. So
you kind of get to know everyth's dog a little bit.
Absolutely.
Have you ever met a dog that you just had to say, we're going to let the next guy have this one?
There's been some aggressive dogs that we see that it takes some time, but we're able to get accustomed to them and work with them. Before the technologies changed, we had trouble with dogs that were not paying attention, but with the training techniques and the technology today, it's just amazing what we can do with the new training techniques. Just these dogs are reacting a lot better now.
Okay.
I tell people it takes patience, but could give it a couple weeks, they'll come around. So
well, it's a lot better than them getting out and getting hit
or
running off, and you don't know where they're at. All right, so how does somebody get a hold of you?
Obviously, they can check us out on social media, or they can call 410-546-2436.
410-546-2436.
Correct.
Wow, I got it right. All right. And social media, where do they reach you?
They can check us out at Invisible Fence Brand of Delmarva, and the same for YouTube. We do a lot of YouTube videos, so Invisible Fence Brand of Delmarva on YouTube.
And I do need to remind everybody, this is a paid segment. This is a paid advertisement you're watching and listening to. But I've dealt with him, so I'm happy with him. So, and I like the service and so on. So the phone didn't ring. Anything else you want to say, or Ed?
Well, I'd like to say we're going to be doing the home show in Millsboro today from 11 to 2. It's a new event at
Where's this at?
At the town center.
Is this inside or outside?
Inside. Yep.
Where's the town center?
So it's just inside Millsboro, right off 113.
Okay.
Just down from the Dairy Queen. It's the town hall of Millsboro / convention center. So
I like how you use Dairy Queen as a guide. Do you have one of our Weller's discount cards?
No, I do not.
I'm going to give you one because it's just a great value.
I appreciate it. I seen you had it on social media yesterday.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, if your business wants to be on this and offer a discount, let me know real quick.
Yep.
We're getting ready to print
good.
our next one, so I didn't even pitch you on that, but I just did pitch you. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's it for today.
All right. Well, then thanks a lot. Okay. Have a good weekend.
Yep, you do the same.
All right. And that home show is today in Millsboro if you want to meet Justin and see what all is going on down there. Katie, I'm ready for you. Katie was the victim of a accident, okay? And we're going to get her side of the story, but unbeknownst to her, we have the other people here that are going to give their side of the story, okay? They're like, this crazy woman come running up on me. She was riding my bumper. You know how they do it. You look in your rearview mirror and they're all, you think they're riding a motorcycle the way they're gripping that steering wheel. They're from out of town usually. You ever have that happen?
Oh yeah.
You look in the mirror, man, and I mean they got a grip. You think they're revving a motorcycle or something.
I
you
wave
know.
them when they go by.
Mm-hmm.
See you later.
So anyway, all right.
I've had a bang up week, literally.
Bang up week.
And figuratively.
Right. So let's hear your side of the story if we can.
Oh, my.
So you got up that morning.
I don't know if my attorney wants me speaking about this.
It's an ongoing investigation.
Let's just say there was a creative turn.
Right.
It was made.
You know, I told somebody about this, and they've witnessed this creative turn before.
Yes. Well, I was talking to Colin, and his girlfriend's father had a very similar situation.
Colin says, "Don't drag him into this."
No, Colin.
Okay. So what you're
he's
saying
my counsel over there this morning.
This is your legal counsel, our legal team, Colin the second. All right. So you're saying you were going down the road, minding your own business.
Minding my own business.
Okay, you weren't smoking.
I was not distracted, not smoking.
Were you putting makeup on or anything?
No phone, nothing. I might have had the radio on.
The radio. Now, we could possibly blame it on what you were listening on the radio. Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, you're riding down the road, minding your own business.
Minding my own business. There's a white work van in front of me. I believe that they...
Now, why are you immediately labeling it a work van? Why wasn't it a recreational van?
I could tell. I mean, they had equipment, like they were working.
Like what?
Like ladders.
Could you see the stuff inside the van?
I could see some things in the van and on top of the van. Smarty pants.
All right, so it wasn't a pleasure van, folks.
It was
a work van.
Well, and there's a lot of work traffic on that road. That was my point, essentially.
Okay.
So
you're riding along.
Riding along, and on this
listening to the
radio. Listening to radio. There are some residential homes on the right side, and on the left side there's a large cornfield.
Okay.
So this person kind of begins to veer to the right, like they're going to be. There's no turn signal, but they look as though they're veering right to go into a home, like a driveway.
Okay.
But instead, to my surprise, they were making a U-turn in the road. So
they were swinging wide.
Maybe they're used to
wide.
Maybe
they're
the
used
widest
to pulling
turn
a
I've
trailer.
ever seen. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like a Mount Air truck was turning in front of me. So I thought I would be, I would outwit them. So, and I would go around.
So as they turned to the right, you thought it was safe to go forward.
To the left, I was going to go around.
Okay, going round.
And we might have collided. They might have collided with my vehicle. So, I might have entered a cornfield. Significantly off the road.
So you're going around them on the driver's side of their van, and they're over on the shoulder to some degree.
Oh, they're just looping around. There was no stop. It was just one big movement.
So they might have done this before.
Well,
they appeared to be fluent.
They did. In fact, I didn't realize at the time, but I thought that that's where their business was located. But apparently there had been a work van that was broken down on the other side of the road, and then they were going to bring them apart. And I did not know this because...
So it's the other van's fault.
No, I didn't know what their purpose was for doing this move, and I wanted to know. Why would you do that move in the middle of the road when?
So as you go by them, they run right into the side of you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you decide to go into the cornfield.
It was kind of inevitable at that point. There's no other place for me to go.
My!
But interesting, when I spoke to my claims adjuster, it was brought up that I might have to pay for the corn, or that somebody would have to pay for the corn.
Oh, no doubt.
I had never thought about that. It was very interesting to me.
Can you? Corn's cheaper than a guardrail.
Yes, it is. And they asked me about that. They were like, was there any guardrail involved? Yep. Was there a sign involved? Like, no, thankfully. But I mean, that is somebody's work and welfare. Yes, absolutely. So I can understand that. I'm just glad it wasn't like in the middle of the summer or anything like that.
Or a golf course.
Yeah, or a golf course. That could have been very expensive.
Right. So,
but I've never had this type of accident. I've never been involved in something like this, and I've also
Now, did you take a breathalyzer test?
No.
Did you get a ticket?
We're not going to discuss that, Mr. Weller.
Right.
I was just surprised that my car was totaled.
Okay.
So that was just something interesting. I've never been down that road before.
Really?
Yeah.
And now you've decided to buy an automobile.
I really don't have a choice at this point.
Well, you got a rental car for a whole week.
Yeah, a whole week.
And Walmart sells bicycles.
I have a bicycle. That'd be a lengthy ride to work every morning, and I don't know if I could transport someone else with me on the bike.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't think Violet would appreciate that.
All right. Yeah. So I just want to talk about your car buying experience.
Yes,
is that okay?
Yes, we can talk about my car buying experience.
We used to have a gentleman on the show named Ryan McCracken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so Katie, got to know him a little bit just, by the times he was on the show, and he sold me a vehicle. And so who does she contact? Ryan McCracken. All right, and tell me how this went from there.
And I wasn't just singling out Ryan. I just kind of put some feelers out, and I just happened to hear from him very quickly.
But I do say this. It's called advertising.
Yes, absolutely.
It's presence of mind. So all the times Ryan was on the show, you didn't need a vehicle.
No. And him and I would talk about that because I had never, we just would talk about cars because I like cars. And
well, I'm trying to explain advertising here is what I'm trying to do.
I'm trying to stay with you on that.
All right, let me talk for a minute. But what I'm saying is, all right, you can just muffle it. But anyway, I'm saying that advertising works like this. This is a little point I'm trying to make, okay? That you can advertise and advertise and advertise, and it doesn't mean anything until somebody needs what you advertise. But when they do need what you advertise, and there's a word for it, and I can't remember it, but it's front of mind.
Name recognition.
Top of mind.
Yeah, top of mind.
Top of mind. So one of the people that were on the top of your mind was Ryan McCracken.
Exactly.
Now,
and I told him what I wanted, how much I wanted to spend.
You even told him how much you want to spend up front?
Well, because I'm
Holy mackerel, I want a car. I bet you told him what model.
No, I didn't want to go more than so much amount. I was just trying to be specific because I don't
want him to bring you one for twice as much.
Exactly, and I also knew how much my loan was for and so on and so forth. So I was trying to be very specific. And within a few minutes, he had somebody contact me directly. Then they sent me some
You mean
cars.
a few minutes or you mean an hour?
Oh, no, I'm talking like it was very quick. Immediately, he had contacted somebody else. One of his associates. They contacted me, and then when they asked me some more questions, then I had cars sent to me, and I had already been kind of looking, but
brought right to you.
Brought right to me, and literally, I am in Millsboro, and they had the car in Millsboro to me last night. And this this was like I started talking to him in the early afternoon, and this was maybe around 6:30. I saw the car and drove the car.
Really?
Yeah, it was quick.
Do you find this offensive?
Not at all. I didn't expect something to move this fast. I mean, I'm really like, oh my gosh, I have to use my car for work. I mean, I have to go see clients. I have things to do. I can't be without a vehicle.
Right. So this is a single parent explaining what it's like to be in a car accident and how buying a car from an advertiser on Weller does Delmarva.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And he just couldn't have been any more pleasant, and I felt like I was treated right. And I mean, we're finishing up things today. And
so when do you go to Pittsville?
This afternoon.
This afternoon. Now, there's quite an array of diners down there.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
It's the Mecca.
The Mecca. In other words, that's where a lot of your name brand restaurants have started, and then they go to bigger cities.
Pittsville Pub.
The Pittsville
the
Pub.
The Pittsville Inn. Yeah.
Yep. So anyway,
Pittsville Pauls.
The Pittsville Bowling and Roller Rink.
What's that?
So,
it's a
Lexus?
Toyota Highlander, which is what I wanted
it's
originally.
a higher end version of Lexus.
Yeah,
it's the Toyota Highlander.
Well, I had wanted.
You wanted a 6-cylinder.
No, I wanted. Is that something wrong? Did I say it wrong?
No, you didn't.
I did. I knew I wanted my previous SUV. It was a small, like mid-size.
Okay. It was a Kia.
Yes, and it was a V6,
okay. And why do you keep saying V6? Do you even know what that means?
Yes.
What's it mean?
6 cylinders, correct?
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're hitting on all of them.
I mean, hello.
What's the V mean? Violet.
Victory. I don't know.
Well, here's what I
know
think
what it
means.
My dad has told me at some point or another.
I think it means there's 3 cylinders on each side, right, Colin? In a V.
My point was I have a rental right now that is a 4-cylinder. It's a bigger SUV than I'm purchasing, and it does not have any power to go anywhere.
Really?
And all I can think of is when the bigger vehicle you have, you do need to have a little bit more power to get up and go.
Right.
And if I had adults in the car with me, we would not be moving. let's just say
you wouldn't even be able to get to that van next time.
It would not be good. And I like to be able to get up and go when I need to.
Oh, we know.
Yes,
We've seen the video of the accident.
That's been known. So.
All right. Well, I do need to tell you, if you're having any back or neck pain.
Dr. T, right?
Dr. T, okay?
He's a lovely gentleman.
He is. And he's very well versed in what he does.
Yes.
And I'm just letting you know that because sometimes when people have an accident, they feel fine afterwards.
And
but
a little while later.
Right,
yeah.
right. Because I'm sure you'll be hearing from the gentleman in the van anytime.
Yeah, well, not directly, but they don't do that anymore. You go through this insurance company. Which has been lovely.
Oh my gosh!
But I was just it was so.
Please don't mention any insurance companies.
I won't.
Okay.
I just was the whole process. How fast things went was almost overwhelming to me. I've never experienced something like it was like immediate. Everything was immediate, and it was nice because you were cleaning up. Like I didn't even have time to
like
be
a wrecker
sad.
came immediately.
It was very quick.
Wow,
very quick. But I'm just used to there being such a delay in doing things and waiting on things, and it just wasn't the case at all. So I'm blessed for that.
All right. Well, I just wanted to make sure everybody knew you're okay.
And thankfully, Violet was not with me. That's probably
Fern.
Or Fern. Well, Fern doesn't always cooperate in the car, so sometimes she's.
Oh my God!
I try to buckle her in, and
the legal team could be listening.
She just makes me a little nervous sometimes. When I kind of buckle her in or contain her, she's better.
Okay.
Sometimes when she has a little bit more free range.
And you never drive with her running around in the cab of the vehicle.
Never.
Okay.
Never.
All right. So is this vehicle going to have like power windows?
Yes.
And is it going to have
it's
forward
4-wheel drive, which I'm excited
forward
about.
and reverse?
Yes.
Armstrong or power steering?
Power steering.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Do they even make cars that don't have power steering?
I don't know. How do I know?
Really?
I have no idea. Well, tell me this: is it going to have air conditioning?
Yes. Heated seats.
Heated seats.
Yes.
So
not
you can
cooling,
toast,
but heating.
So you
toast
can toast your buns.
Yes.
All right.
As I have a saying that I say at home.
What's that?
The largest rump gets the largest rock.
Holy mackerel!
Just means that mom takes care of business and it works.
All right. Anything else?
Thank you. Oh no, I'm good.
I'm
but
so
I'll have
glad
another
you're
report
okay.
about the car. Me too. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll give a report about the car.
And I hope everything goes good at Pittsville.
I hope so too. So far, so good.
So far, so
Kelly
good.
helped me. She was
Kelly
wonderful.
helped you. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Kelly Blue Book.
Not Kelly Blue Book official.
Oh, okay.
That would be cool. No,
that's next week's sponsor of the show.
That would be
All
something
right.
else.
All
National
right.
sponsor.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
You're
okay.
welcome.
Tell everybody in Pittsville I said hi. All right. All right. Colin, are you about ready to do yours? Whenever. We are here in Smith's Cafe. Next is Rick Fowler. We got him hanging out. And he is ready for questions. If you feel like asking him any questions, we're going to open up the phone line. We'll open the phone if Colin wants a question. Well, he has to run the phone, but
that's right.
We could. I don't even know if you want a question, but anyway, I'm in the mood for phone calls, is what it is. Feeling lonely up here today. So, what's going on with you?
Well, we were going to talk about the roadside assistance
Yes.
at Wall Service Center, and you get this absolutely free with any service from an oil change on up.
I've never used it, but I love having it.
Well, it feels good, doesn't it?
Mentally.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm not alone.
Right, it's peace of mind. So if you're traveling, or even if locally, it's just a number to have to call. It's going to give you free roadside assistance. The things that it covers is towing, a jump start, lockout, if you lock your keys in your car.
Yeah.
Flat tire changing assistance, so they'll come out and they'll actually take your flat tire out of the car, or your spare tire out of the car.
Because
take
that's
the flat tire off.
a process itself.
It can be sometimes.
On some of these newer vehicles, like how do I even get the spare out? Where's the jack?
Where is the spare?
Right.
That's usually the first question.
Is where is it?
Exactly.
So,
if you run out of gas, fuel, oil, fluid, and water delivery service. Now, they don't pay for the gasoline. They're not going to bring you 30 gallons of gas.
Right.
But they'll get you, a gallon or two of gas to get you to a gas station. You do have to pay for the gas itself.
Right. That makes sense to me.
But they'll bring it out to you.
Right. I think it's wonderful.
I think it's great.
And we're talking nationwide, toll-free number.
Yeah, toll-free number nationwide, 24/7.
And you're giving, because, I think if you went to buy this, it's an $80 or $90 value. I'm thinking
I'm not
anyway.
Even sure, but yeah,
well, it is to me. I'll put it like that. I would think. But you're giving that away if you get anything done, an oil change or greater.
Right.
So brakes,
absolutely, and it's good for 6 months. So if you're regularly having oil changes with us,
you'll always have one.
You're covered.
And it has nothing to do with the repair you did or the warranty on the parts. This is a totally separate thing.
We actually have national warranties to back up all that stuff with Federated Car Care Centers around the country, and there's hundreds and hundreds of. There's a Federated Car Care in your town for sure.
Right, somewhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
It's kind of neat. So Walls Service Center, even though you look at it and you say, well, this is just in Milford, Delaware, it's really not. First of all, you get the roadside assistance program for free, and then any of the parts you use and so on are connected to a big federated family nationwide.
Absolutely, yeah. It is a big company, and they are nationwide and even into Canada. So
wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So what else?
Oh, well, the best way to get in touch with us is to give us a call at Walls Service Center, 422-8110, wallsservicecenter.com on the web. Downtown Milford, we're at 220 Northeast Front Street, and drop your car off, let us work on it, and walk around and check out the rest of the downtown Milford. And October 17th is the Milford Community Parade.
Advertising opportunities.
Advertising opportunities. You and I are going to be broadcasting it live.
Yeah.
Video.
It's exciting.
It is, yeah. So we're looking for sponsors to help sponsor this. And if you want to do that, get in touch with me or Jim. We're talking about even allowing this little thing over here on the side of the screen to be up there.
What do I call it? The sliver? You call it something else?
Yeah, the ad bar.
The ad bar.
Yeah, so it's this thing right over here on the right, the Mid-South Audio thing.
So I just thought of that today. I thought, in other words, that some opportunities exist, and we just want to thank everybody for being involved.
Yeah.
I
agree.
And we'll have a list of people to thank also for the parade committee and so on. So it's going to be
definitely lots of people. So there's going to be lots of interviews, lots of talking, lots of fun, and
should be a good night. Might be first snowfall of the year.
I hope not.
October 17th.
I'm looking for about 72 degrees.
Okay.
Low humidity.
You know what was nice? That
no breeze.
That church had a food booth there.
Remember the cookies you got?
Yeah, it was all good.
So if we're there again, we'll have the pastor back on again.
Oh, yeah, we will.
And
That's
we'll talk to him. And
we'll tell him how good them cookies were.
Right, talk him up. Maybe he'll bring us some free samples over.
Yeah, there you go. Free samples of everything. The hot dogs were really good.
Really.
So anyway. All right, anything else you want to say or add?
Nope, I think that's it. Tune in live with Walls and Weller every Wednesday on the WRDE Facebook page, and go to Live with Walls and Weller on Facebook, like that page, and you can even watch it there. Rick Fowler's coming up next.
Yes, he is. We're going to try to get some phone calls.
Yep. I got a computer coming from him on.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, he's going to be delivering it Tuesday. So
no kidding, right to you.
He said this thing is fast.
Yep.
7-second boot up. You turn it on.
Oh, I know what it's got. I know what it's got. Hold on. It's got a solid state hard drive.
Yes, it does.
I know it. Yep, he has trained me on that.
I've never had one that's got a solid state.
Oh, you'll love it.
7 seconds to turn it on.
You will love it.
Into Windows.
Yep. It really messes you up when you want to say, I can't look that up right now. Can I deal with it tomorrow because I got to reboot the computer?
Right.
You won't have that excuse.
Or if you want to turn the computer on and go get a sandwich or something. Your computer's already on.
Right. It's already on.
Yeah.
Boom. So, yeah, you'll like it.
All right.
All right. Well, come on down. Rick Fowler, everybody. So I do want to mention that Weller's Utility Trailers is open. Open. And I want to also mention, if you want a Weller's discount card, we're giving them away. They're good from now till the end of the year, and we're getting ready to order our new ones. So if you want to be on our Weller's discount card, there's no charge for it. You just got to offer some kind of a good deal for our customers that buy the cards. I know Nonsense Office Machine's been a great supporter of the card over the years, and he's offering a $25 off any service of course, at the regular price, But $25 off is pretty good. That's about a 20% discount there on that. So, Rick, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
How's it going?
Oh, I'm busy.
That's what you told me the other day.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
And you were telling me that you just got some new things going on and new opportunities, and you're just growing. And it's been a good year overall, would you say?
Pretty good year. I need a salesman.
Another salesman.
I need a salesman.
Okay, so
somebody
you're looking for
who wants
somebody
to go out, hit the road, good
talk
with
to people,
talk to people, go into
upbeat
businesses.
attitude.
Yep. Try to sell some office equipment. We'll train you. We'll get you going. What you need to know. But we need somebody.
And you'd be representing a good, loyal, local company. So, you're not representing some big conglomerate that you don't even know who you're working for. You'd be working for Rick. Is that right?
That's right. Working for me.
Part of the team.
Yep. We're a family.
Right. I tell you, I had you come out the other day on a copier, and your guy, what's his name? Will. I got to be honest with you, because you got two guys that I really like. I don't know how many you got, but, I mean, these two.
Will and Mike are the ones that usually show up.
Right, and both of them. This is my thing. In other words, I really like companies that their employees care that I'm satisfied.
Correct.
They care that you're satisfied, but they also care that I'm satisfied.
Well, he had a small situation with your copier, and I think he showed up earlier than.
Oh yeah,
he showed up by 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I was glad I was there.
Okay,
I would have felt bad if I hadn't have been. Yep.
Well, I know you told me you were supposed to be there by 7:30. I said, well, look, we need to get you taken care of as early as possible.
He did it.
But he called me and says, I've got a problem here. He says, I can fix it, but it's going to take me a little longer. I said, we'll fix it.
Mm-hmm.
We could have ordered a part.
Came back another. Right.
Come back another time, but he had what he needed to rebuild yours.
Yeah.
So he went ahead and rebuilt your unit and put it back together for you.
Yeah.
It took a little longer than expected, but that's why.
Yep. But that was the part I said he's concerned with. You're happy and me happy. He did a great job, So I was very happy with him, very pleased. And I've dealt with him numerous times, So, but it's just refreshing. And I really want my audience to know that, whether you need something personally or you need it for your business. If you deal with Rick, his team, you're going to have a nice, pleasant experience. Prices are spot on. Nobody wants to be the cheapest. Nobody wants to be the highest.
But our ultimate goal is our customers being happy.
Being happy. So I subscribe to that. And some days that can be challenging. So I do want to say, you mind if we take a phone call if somebody's got one?
Not.
So we got a little bit of time here today, okay? And so if you're watching and you've got some kind of question that you think Rick can help you with, okay? Give a call and we'll put you right on with Rick. And whether you want to schedule an appointment or whether you got something you want worked on, because he works on a lot of unique things. A lot of unique things. So what did you bring today?
Well, this month coming up, October.
Okay.
First of the month is getting ready to start.
We're
going to have
Monday.
a special.
Oh, okay.
Anything you buy, copier, printer, whether it be a fax machine, whether it be a computer or a laptop, we're going to be giving away, and I think these are very important. That's why we are giving them away.
Right.
Our surge protectors.
Not that one. No, that one looks pretty pricey.
No, this is the one we're giving away.
Really? I mean, multiple things can hook up to that.
Well, this right here, you can hook everything up to this. You can hook your coax cable.
I saw that.
From your TV,
right?
Your network cables, your phone lines, and pretty much any power equipment that you have.
That's the actual.
This is the actual unit. If you'll see, it says $300,000 worth of lifetime guarantee.
Wow.
So if it gets past your equipment and hurts your equipment, they'll replace your equipment.
Really? So you're saying this is a surge protector. I mean, we're at the time of year, storms come up without notice.
We're seeing it a lot.
It's fun watching lightning, but then next thing you know, you're like, hey, because I want to tell you something I had that got hit by lightning that I never thought of was my dog thing, the invisible fence thing.
Gotcha.
Yep. And my nightlight up on the pole.
Yep.
In other words, we had two things that we feel a surge fried.
We see it a lot during the summertime. Lightning storms.
And a house now has way more electronics than it ever thought it did. You've got your TV, you've got your VCR or DVD or Blu-ray player, then you've got your computer, your monitor, your printer.
Well, the biggest thing I always hear is we have a surge protector.
Okay.
But what they have is from the big box stores, the regular little power strips.
Right.
Which
is not a surge protector.
It's not the same thing.
Right.
It may say surge protector on the box, but they're not actually a surge protector.
Correct.
They're just a power strip to power your equipment on. The problem with those things is they're not very good. and it can still harm your equipment.
Absolutely.
So this right here is guaranteed.
You're
to
giving
work.
that away.
We're giving this away.
Is that
with
a
any
$100 one?
These are about $149.
I thought
If you
so.
look them up retail, they're about $149. We've been selling them for about $100.
Okay.
Okay. So see, we're still lower than most people.
Absolutely.
For this. But we want people protected. That's the biggest thing. We want people protected. We want to try to save them from having the repairs that they might need later.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be giving these away through all of October. So if anybody needs a new computer.
So give me an example now. I mean, you wouldn't give one of them away with a used laptop.
Probably
what do they got to buy? A new copier, a new laptop?
Buy a new copier from us.
Okay.
A new office copier.
All right.
Buy a new computer system.
Okay.
If you want to trade in your old computer system. Colin asked me a question earlier. Can we do something? I've got all these programs that I don't want to lose. Yes. We can clone your old computer. So if you've been holding on to that old computer because you don't want to lose anything and you're afraid you're going to have to start all over again, don't worry. We can do a cloning of your old hard drive to the new one.
Really?
And when you start up, it's going to be completely new, faster, but everything's going to be exactly how you're used to seeing it. You'll be able to use all the same programs. You're going to be able to use your system just the way it was. Without
that's pretty cool.
You're not going to have to worry about your passwords. You're not going to have to worry about remembering anything or trying to figure them out or change them. We're going to set up your emails back to where it was.
And I experienced that because I got a new laptop for my wife, and I forgot which one it was that came out.
That was probably Will again.
Okay, it was Will, and he come out, and when it was done, it was done. Everything worked. I'm like, wow, isn't this kind of cool? So.
Well, we take the time to sit down with the customer. You know this. We take time to sit down with the customer, and we make that computer exactly the way you want it to be.
Oh, he made all these notes. What do you really want? What really matters? What do you not care about? It was really good. So this service isn't just for business clients.
No, this is for anybody.
Anybody. Whether they walk in the store and do business over the counter, whether you come to their home, whether you come to their business.
It's a level of service that you're not going to get if you go to the box store and buy one.
Right.
You go there, you're going to take it home, you're going to set it up, you're going to have to answer 10,000 questions before you
And you'll be
start
waited
the
on by
computer.
somebody that's just an employee. I do need to mention this is a paid segment. I keep forgetting to do that. So this is a paid segment. So our legal team is all over us, okay? So anyway, No Nonsense Office Machines is here for the customer. And we really, whether they're buying new or whether they're buying used. And you can buy new and you can take out the junk if I want the junk taken out.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you don't like it,
we did
we'll
that.
take it out.
We did that. Right.
Yes.
All right.
How you want your computer is how you're going to get your computer set up. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to struggle with it. And people say, well, I don't know anything about computers. Doesn't matter. That's what we're for.
Right.
You tell us what you want, what you're looking for, and how you want it to work, and we'll make that happen.
Can we talk about antivirus?
Sure.
You told me something the other day that I didn't realize. You said, I forgot what brand you put on there, but you said the good thing about this brand is it works automatically, continuously.
Correct.
But you said some brands of antivirus, you have to prompt them. You have to make them work.
Correct.
Okay. And in the meantime, something could happen. So
there are, without mentioning names, the top 3 virus protections, and everybody knows who they are probably, but the top 3 virus protections have really gone downhill. And they're doing more than what you want them to do. They run like 20 different things at one time.
Right.
So now people are complaining, why is my computer so slow? Well, because your virus protection is checking your hard drive, checking your memory, checking your video, it's checking everything about your computer while you're trying to use it. That does a couple of things.
Right.
People say, well, that's great. I want that checked. You don't need it checked all day, every day.
Right.
And it causes undue stress on the system.
Right.
It's making your hard drive spin constantly. It's causing your whole system to bog down and really put stress on it. You don't need that. You don't want that. So when people say my system is slow, but I'm using the best protection out there, it's usually part of the problem.
Is why, right.
Our protection just does protection.
Right.
Okay. If you're having a problem with the system running slow, call us.
Because that might be something else.
We can
too.
remote into your computer.
Right.
We can do that for you as a courtesy to make sure you're running.
Can you remote into a computer that's not ever been in your store, or
Yes.
does it have to be in your store first?
We can remote into it. We need somebody to be in front of the computer to follow a few instructions, but we can get them hooked up and remote into it right then and there. They don't have to have
So
it
that
in the
kind of means no matter where somebody's watching or hearing you, you can help them.
We do that.
Oh, do you really?
I had somebody
Like-
in Alaska.
No kidding.
Yes. They
Now-
call us a lot.
And you help him.
And we help
it's
him
not the Jim Weller from Alaska.
No, it is not the Jim Weller from Alaska. We're still waiting to meet him, but no.
Okay.
No, we've got people. I've got Arkansas. I've got a couple in Arizona, New Mexico, Florida.
Okay.
My father's in Florida. I remote into his computer and help him out. But no, we take care of people all over the place if they need remote in.
So no nonsense, a little bigger than just in Georgetown.
Well, most of these customers have been to Delaware.
Right.
Okay.
Made an acquaintance
or they're
with you.
here visiting.
Right.
And something happens, they come into the store, this is broke or this is not doing this, and we'll sit there and talk to them for a little bit, and they go, you know what, I like that.
Right.
So they'll buy our service, and they'll go on about their business. They don't have to worry about wherever they travel. They know they have a company they can trust.
Correct. And a face they've met.
Yes. And it doesn't matter. We can fix 99% of the problems that happen.
What's the next thing?
All right, the next thing I've got, you were talking about free with a used laptop.
Okay.
I do have something we can offer free with a laptop.
Ooh,
we can offer
a bag.
A laptop bag.
I have a couple of these.
All right.
I really like them.
These are nice canvas. They have a lot of pockets. That you can use. Has our name and phone number on there for it,
in case you forget.
But you'll get this with any laptop purchase, new
or used.
New or used.
Okay. Very good.
So we'll set that up for you as well.
All right.
All right.
What's the next thing?
The other thing I have. I was given strict instructions today not to give anything away.
Okay. Let's not then.
Well, no,
I don't want either one of us to get in trouble.
I have a problem with people telling me what to do.
Well, let them tell you today. You got the whole weekend ahead of you, Rick.
I have this little Google Home Mini.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to give this away. If somebody wants to call in.
Really?
They want to
You're
call in.
You're going to give it away?
They can have this.
Now, I got to tell you. That's like an Alexa thing, right?
Yes.
I got my grandson one of these Alexas, and it's like his new best friend.
Well, they're a great little item if you like them.
So this hooks to the internet.
This hooks to the internet, and you can set it up in your house, and you can ask it any question, do any kind of search.
You can tell it to tune in a radio station?
You can tell it to tune in a certain radio station. You can ask them what movies are playing. You can
what
ask
prime
them what
interest
time
rate is.
What is the weather.
Right.
Pretty much anything you Google when you get on your computer or phone, you can just...
I wish we could hook it to the internet. I need to bring one in to play with sometime. That's what I need, one of them for the show. That could be part of the show. Because, is the phone ringing? Oh, now the phone rings.
Now the phone rings. I'm going to get something.
Yeah, he's got an $800 gift sitting up here. All right, caller, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Are you looking for directions and want to place an order, or what's going on?
I saw the Google Home device. I'm at Smith. Wouldn't mind having it.
All right. So I guess, what is the fee? What is the application fee to apply to win this, Rick?
Well, how much can you afford?
Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from, for starters?
Seaford, Delaware.
Seaford, Delaware. And tell me this. Are you watching on Facebook, or are you watching on TV?
TV.
TV. All right. And what would you do with this thing? Do you even know what it is?
Yeah, it's a Google Home device. It's basically like Alexa, except 1,000 times better. You ask it, it has an AI unit in it, which is capable of self-learning. You can ask it the weather. You can ask it different types of things to make phone calls.
See, he's paying attention.
If you have a subscription to
I feel he's in this building.
Play, it'll automatically play the music that you ask for.
All right. And what's your favorite music? Rap?
Mine is more classic rock.
Classic rock. All right. So, Rick, what does he need to do next? Are you going to make him come to your store and pick it up, so at least you get him in the door?
He can stop by our store and pick it up anytime at his convenience. I'll set it aside for him. Just name.
Okay. What's your name?
Hunter Hastings.
Hunter Hastings. And he can pick it up, next week?
He can pick it up anytime.
Anytime.
I'll set it aside for him.
Okay. Well, there you go, Hunter. Okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Bye. All right. Well, at least you're going to get one more person through the door.
That's right.
Okay?
That didn't take long.
That didn't take long. That didn't take long at all. Well, good. Maybe he'll buy something else while he's there.
That's right.
You never know. So how much is one of them if you went to sell it for real? Over the counter at
I think they're like $49, give or take.
If you want something for your kids, because what I'm learning is it's teaching my grandson how to ask questions. Mm-hmm. He'll say, "Can you whisper?" And she'll say, "Come closer. Come closer." And then she starts whispering. It's just the funniest thing. And then if you ask her something she doesn't know, like if you ask her religious questions, she struggles with those. Okay? In other words, in political questions, she struggles with those. Okay, so she has been very well trained what to talk about and what not to talk about. So, and what's really neat is it gives you a device in your home that's always listening. So you don't never want to say nothing bad to your kids or anything like that because it's always listening.
Always listening.
Okay. All right. So anyway, I'm going to let you go if that's okay.
That's
I wanted to give you a good, fair 5 minutes today.
I think I got it.
Okay. And it was good. I like having you on. I appreciate your support, and we just have a lot going on.
That's
so
right.
How you doing anyway other than that?
I am doing good.
Good.
Like I said, it's been busy.
Okay.
Moving my father to New Mexico.
Really?
He's leaving on an airplane tomorrow from Florida.
From Florida to New Mexico.
That's where my sister is. He's going to go stay with her for a little while.
Okay, well that'll be.
I'm a little worried about that.
Right. The flight, or just once he gets there?
The flight, his condition.
Okay.
He's not always in the best of health. But
okay, so it's a good move
it's a
overall.
Good move.
Okay.
It's what he needs. He's been struggling and stressing. Being in Florida. He wants to be closer to some family.
Right. I don't blame him.
And he hasn't been around his daughter in a long time. So.
Okay. So his daughter would be your sister?
Yes.
Okay. Well, very good. All right. Well, Rick, I'm going to say have a good weekend.
Right.
You need any of these?
I got plenty of those.
Okay.
In fact, we'll also be giving away those next week as well.
Do you want to be on the next one, do you think? Or do you
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I do.
Well,
yes,
then the company will get up with you
call
next
me
week.
and they'll let me know. Yep.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good weekend.
You
okay.
too. Thank you.
We'll talk again. Rick Fowler, No Nonsense Office Machines. I forgot the phone number. 856-6993. No. I know whose that is. That's Kevin Shorts. Kevin, that was an extra one for you. 856.
Oh, he'll pay for that.
7381.
856-7381.
I got it.
We're in Lewis Georgetown Highway next to Sports by the Beach.
Sports by the Beach, right there. All right, everybody. Listen, we're having a good time. We got a few minutes left. We do want to tell you that Weller's Utility Trailers is open. Katie survived the accident. Ryan McCracken did a great job. Wall's Service Center is open today. There's just a lot of things going on. If you want to be involved with the Milford Community Parade as far as a sponsor on the show, now's your chance, okay? Now is your chance because we're going to get somebody to sponsor us. And then once that's done, it's over, unless you want to sign up for next year's parade too. So, but anyway, we have a lot of fun doing this show. You do need to know that. And if you ever want to be on, let me know. We have a lot of nonprofits and businesses and different people. And everybody that's been on seems to get something out of it. They seem to get some results. There's been a lot of comments I think Katie has put in the Facebook page, so if you need to know how to get a hold of this one or that one. The American Legion Post 7 says, good morning. So, Charles, good morning to you. Who else is on here? Kevin Short, we missed you, buddy. We were hoping you were going to be here, and I just wanted to say hi to Keith Ruark, another great supporter of the show, and his wife, Jackie. So anyway, Kevin, Linda, have a lot of different people, and I just want to say thanks a lot. Frank Shade, Nancy Betts, Keith German. Keith German is over at Boulevard in Georgetown. Okay. Want to say thanks a lot, Keith, for the great service you gave me. Jeannie, Jesse, everybody. Linda, looks like Porta, or is that Portia? I'm not sure. Ricky Lawson, Jack Riddle, Angela Caswell, how are you doing? Karen Fry, Steiner Laurel, CJ Faison, Ron Levere, a lot of different people, and that's just on that page, okay? We have different pages, so I just want to say thanks a lot. So if you own a business and you'd like us to broadcast this on your Facebook page, that possibility exists. All right, so we got a few minutes left. I guess if you want to call and say hello, I have no gifts. I have 2 AA dead batteries. Let me think about this. What's the value? Is there a Kelly Blue Book on these? 2 AA dead batteries. Anybody happen to want them? So anyway, Max, how you doing, buddy? Give me a call and tell me what you're doing today. 422-7336. I got a couple minutes left. Tell me what's going on in the world of Max. Kevin's on his way. Call me. Max or Kevin, 422-7336. Talk to us for just a minute or two on the air. Kevin Short is in a big hunt for a vehicle. I'm trying to talk him into a Cadillac Escalade. He's trying to allow me to just only buy a GMC Yukon Denali. So we're in a real tug of war here on what Kevin should spend his money on. But anyway, I just want to say that if anybody wants to call, it's 422-7336. We only got 2 or 3 minutes left in the show. And thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in. We do really have a good time doing the show. I really need to build my Facebook audience, so if you would share it and encourage your friends. We don't know what the future of the TV side of the show holds, so we just don't know. We think we're here till the end of the year, but you just never know. But I am hungry, and I think Kevin's on his way, and Kevin is always a good guy to buy my breakfast, so I love that about Kevin. Okay? So we got a caller. Good morning. Are you there?
Good morning, Jim. It's Kevin.
Hey, Kevin, how are you today?
I'm doing well.
Well, good. I'm doing well. Are you really on your way over here?
I am within 3 miles from you, probably. Yeah.
Right. Well, watch your speed. There's a lot of radar on that road.
Yeah, there sure is.
And they're looking for a black GMC with a big dent in the passenger side rear.
Yeah. Don't mention the dent.
That's right, because you're trading it in, right?
I'm trading this thing in. Yeah, I'm thinking they're going to miss that. Yeah.
You got to do it on a rainy day. Okay, got to do it on a rainy day.
We got a busy day today. I'm behind schedule, but I'm still trying to get over there before I head to Ocean City and get breakfast. So.
Well, isn't Saturday a day you don't get up till 7?
Saturday's the day. I was up at 4.
4.
So,
golly day. I don't know how you youngins do it. I don't know how you younger people do that.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
I am still. They're still serving breakfast, right?
Yes, they are. Yep.
Oh, good. Well, that's my plan.
All right.
So I've not been able to see most of the show. Have you had a good show today?
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was one of the best shows we've ever had, and it was busy, too. And I didn't mispronounce many words.
Good. Was Scott Walker on today?
Oh, no, that's next week. We're selling tickets for that one. Okay? All right. But we did have Andrew Webb on, and he was a good interview. You'll have to watch that later on. So he's a write-in candidate. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Scott's coming on next week, so we'll see how that goes. Well, all right, well, then I'll see you when you get here, okay?
You could have had him on the same time.
I never thought of that. Maybe we ought to have a debate. Ask Andrew before he leaves if he'd be up for that.
Maybe Scott could have talked Andrew into voting for him, and Scott could have written Andrew in, so he just canceled the vote out. You know?
Or maybe Andrew could talk Scott into using liquid nail. For them signs.
Or just painting a flag on the signs and not actually hanging a real flag.
Or just paint his name on the trees. Peel all the bark off and paint your name right on there. All right. Well, I gotta go. My legal team is throwing up red flags. You know how you watch a football game, they throw a flag up?
Yeah. Well, they do that every time I'm on the air. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
All right. I'll see you in a few minutes.
I'll see you shortly.
All right. Bye. Okay. That was Kevin Short. A lot of people think that was an imposter. It wasn't. I could tell by the tone of his voice. That was Kevin Short. He's very authoritative. And if you know Kevin, he's a take charge type guy. He comes and I say, I'm going to go ahead and order. He says, I'll buy your food. So I start to order and he starts to order for me because when he's buying it, he wants to pick what you can order. Now I'm giving you a hard time, Kevin. Kevin is a great guy and a good supporter of the show and a good friend. And I like him. So anyway, hey, we're in the last minute. I can't believe it. This whole show has went by. Thank you, everybody, Katie, Colin, and everybody back at Ground Central or what's it called, Master Control or whatever. So we're about out of time. Weller's is open. We're selling stuff. Come see us today. Please, please, please. God bless you all. Have a good weekend. I'll see you. Bye-bye. We're all right, he said. So I'm just killing time here. This is fluff time, filler music. Wellers.com, don't forget that. Like us on Facebook, and check out all our sponsors. They're all good people. They'll treat you good. And look up Terry Collins on Facebook and see what she's got going on. Other than that, have a good weekend. I got to go. Goodbye.